All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the nighttime stream for Friday. It's 1 a.m. in the morning and we're live. Yay! What should the title be? I don't know what the title should be. The title should be... Big Pokemon cards. Big... No, what should the title be? Let's see. We need a funny title. I wonder if the AI could ever generate a funny title. Let's see what happens if I ask it. Generate 10 funny Pokemon titles that are based on current trends. Let's see what it says. I'm curious. Nah, that's terrible. All right, let's see. Well, we could just talk about what's going on. Hot breaks, that's always true. Let's be more specific. Gengar Masterball break. And we could also talk about some of the nicer sets we have going on. Prismatic Pokemon boosters are hot. Live card shop. All right. So here we are. We are live for the nighttime stream. Sorry about missing the daytime stream, but we are here for the nighttime. Let's get it started. All right. I got a whole bunch of emails. What the hell? Okay. We're making some changes to PayPal. Oh, really? Let me close this. All right, cool. So I'll mark this unread. Click. Okay. Whoa, what is this? A whole bunch of Blake Santoro orders. They were placed at, well, one was placed at 12 a.m. Blake, are you here tonight? I'll let Blake know I'm here. I think I know his name in the Discord server. Let's see. I think I know his name. Ah, here it is. This is Blake Santoro, right? Wait a second. Oops. Oh, yeah, I think he's here. So, just thought I'd mention that to him because he placed some big pre-orders. Don't want him to miss that. Made some pretty large orders on eBay. Basically, I was buying Prismatic. Yeah, Prismatic's, it's a good time to have some Prismatic. So, the very, very first order of the day, I'm just looking it all over. It is actually Andrew Martin. He placed an order, and he says, 1 live custom before the end. Ah, we already did that one. Okay, so that's actually complete. Now we have 4 Blake Santoro orders. I love it. He wants a Japanese base set break. Ooh, that's good. I like it. All right, well, let's get started. Let me turn my iPad on. Guys, it is Friday night, Saturday morning, one of the better streams of the week. I don't know how crazy it will be, but I decided to do vertical mode for the nighttime stream as a result of missing the daytime stream. And this also gives us another chance to sort of test out vertical mode to see if, you know, the reason we're getting so many views in the daytime is just vertical. So if this stream's popping, then we know it's just vertical mode that's causing it to pop. Here we are. Look at that Bowser. It looks nice. Why are we vertical? Hey, what's up, Loot Pack? All right, let me have a sip. Oh, man, that's so good. I had hamburger helper for dinner. It was so gross. Check this out. So this is Interspecies Reviewer Weiss Schwartz set. This is one of the latest sets to hit our menu. If you haven't tried that out. All right. So 1 base set break. Now, what is he talking about here? Let me show you. Some of you guys might have forgotten. We are running one of these. He's jumping into this base set booster pack. It's a 1 in 25 break. It's really big, that means. And it is one to remember. And when you have the time, jump in there. When you have some money laying around and you're like, what kind of break do I jump into? Jump into this. It's a 1 in 25 odds, and that means you're capable of pulling it. All right, let's see. I think we're calling it the BPB, right? Booster pack something. I think that's right. There's only one card in here, and there's one spot up there, so I believe this is correct. The BBP. All right. There's no shot they made a Weiss set about interspecies. They did. You can open it. We've already opened some. It's very lewd. It's fairly lewd. It's not the lewdest thing I've ever seen, actually. I think Sneaker Bunko Volume 1 continues to be the most lewd Weiss set of all time that I've ever seen. So it's surprisingly more tame than that. Now, he wants an English 151, a Paldean Fates, and a Prismatic. So these have all gotten really expensive over time. Here we are. The Prismatic is the one that has not changed in price, though. Here we are. So the Prismatic is probably the one to look at because, you know, eventually it's going to go up in price to compete with these other two really desirable sets, too. You ready? I got a DWW Charge. What's that? Booster Pack Break. Booster Pack Break. Good call. That's what it means. Booster Pack Break. Here we are. How lewd is it? Pretty lewd. There's a lot of boobs in it. We are. All right. Mr. Blake. Pulling. He's got a Flareon coming out of 151. Prismatic's going to give you Okie Dokie. Okay, you got Okie Dokie. Driving While White. What? Going vertical tonight, I see. Yeah, there was no daytime stream, so we're going to run vertical for the nighttime stream. And we just want to test the numbers on this. We want to see if the numbers are insanely good. Because the daytime stream really kicked the nighttime stream's butt recently in views and subscribes, too. Like, there's like 10 times as many subscribes in a vertical stream during daytime, despite it being a shorter period. So we want to give it a test, see what happens. It is a different feeling, but we got to test it. Here's Blake. So Blake now says he wants 3 live customs, 8 Poke Shuffles, and $35 to slab away. All right. Did you see that 151 Snorlax price? That's crazy. I saw it in a thumbnail, but I did not watch it. But, you know, you don't need to tell me the story. I already know the story. The story is going to be something like, oh my gosh, it's been out for 2 years, and now there's no more of them, and they're really expensive. So there's a lot of that going on. Okay, so Blake, your card will go down to $210. Boop. So that's been updated. He wants 8 Poke Shuffles and 3 live customs. Now, first of all, let me take some of these slabs down. I got too many slabs here. Where's this? Okay, the Tyranitar can stay up. You stay up here, Tyranitar. Let's get these moved down somewhere. Where did I put that one box? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, there's other slabs in here. That's crazy. Oh, wow. There we go. All right. So we're pulling a couple slabs down off the table to make room while we are in vertical mode. So some live customs, 3 lives. Should have gone down to 200. No. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. For some reason, my brain said that you sent 25, not 35. My bad, dude. There we go. Have no fear. That's what's so nice about that sort of like public ledger is you can see every step of the payments go through. So there's like a nice little receipt paper trail going on in case I make a mistake like that. We got 1, we got 2, and we've got 3. All right, no luck on the live customs. I don't know why I'm putting energy cards in there. No luck. Maybe the Poke Shuffle will turn into a live customs round, which would not be a bad situation here. Let's see what happens. Hello, Narrow Stream. Do I need to send for another shipping since you shipped those others? Maybe. We are 3. Yeah, I mean, if you have more cards over here, then yeah, they would require a separate shipment. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, good luck. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that is so lucky. Wow, the very last card, and it's a 2 live custom. All right, that goes back in here. And let's pop this up there, and then let's go grab 2 more live customs. 1. Oh, my dear God, please. 2. No! All right, that was a tough round. I am very sorry about that, Blake. I felt like you were about to get lucky there. but in fact, it was not a lucky round. I don't like using these. I don't know how I ended up using these energy cards. I mean, technically they are a Pokemon card, but I don't like that. I don't like the way it feels. That was no good. So that was a big round of the live customs that did not yield anything. I would probably assume that the live customs are a little bit hot right now. Let's get you into the giveaway for that tough round. You ready? I got a giveaway, a bigger one. I just been kind of putting people in there. Where is it? Based on how unlucky they get. If you get real unlucky, I just put you in there by default. Well, shucks, where is it? I'll tell you what, let me move this over here. And this over here. We just finished watching the Netflix special tonight, the Catfishing Mom one. Did you guys watch that? Yeah, that was an interesting little show, documentary. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I found it. It's right in front of me. All right, so let's get you on here, Mr. Blake. I can send Sol or ETH. Yeah, you can send either of those. Of course, I really like USDC. And then when you send, you'll just tell me here in the chat how much you sent and what you want to do with it, okay? We are. Blake, I'm putting you on here, okay? Because of your tough round there. Now, we're not done with you, though. All right, so we also have... Wow, he actually ordered 2 more live customs. And he ordered this 2 hours ago. So, wow, it's very interesting. He changed his mind and said he wanted more live customs, so it's not over. Oh, my God, dude. You are so lucky, man. That is so good. Wow, so he changed his mind at some point and said, you know what? Why don't we just make it 5 live customs? Tail and 10. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, let's go grab the tail end of the race. I know what card that is. All right. Look at that. So that is called the tail end of the race. And it's a Pokemon Tops card. It is. And it's actually a Charizard card. There he is. And you can see it's graded PSA 10. Very nice. All right. Well, you went really deep in order to pull it. All right, let's go grab a sleeve. Here it is. Giovanni Mendoza says hello. Hey, what's up, Giovanni Mendoza? Give you a nice fancy sleeve on this one. This is a, this is a nice 10 vintage card. There it is. So you might hold on to it. Hard to grade those two, by the way. Most of all because they're square cut corners. Okay. The 18th is the new Nine Inch Nails Tron album. I can't wait for the new Nine Inch Nails. I listen to Nine Inch Nails like all the time. This day is like one of the only artists I listen to. Him and Radiohead. I like Radiohead a lot too. 4 shuffles. Wow, Blake went really deep. All right. Yeah. I really like Radiohead. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. I was listening to the Radiohead song called Unmade. There we go. If you haven't heard that one, that's a good one. Unmade. 10-inch fingers? False alarm, truck's not here. All right. So those were some cold shuffles. So you pulled a nice Topps card out of the live custom. And then you got these little cards. Ta-da! Little green. Let's go grab your bag. Mr. Blake. I have high hopes. It's good, and the movie is good. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. All right, let's see. What is this? Oh, I was using this to make junk packs, wasn't I? I have a feeling that it's possible the music is good and the movie is lame. I haven't watched a good movie in so long. There we go. Can you hook me up with any cards, please? Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You want some free cards? What's your name? Who's that? Selva? What's your name, Mr. Selva? He said he needs some free cards. Blake, I'm going to create a new bag for you, okay? All right. Your name's Wrath? That doesn't make sense. That's a nickname. I meant what's your name? There you go. I like the song that's playing. Blake Santoro. There we go. If I pull the red Victini, I will buy you some packs. Let's here, let's grab this. I'll save this song in the live stream music. Maybe I'll create a mix around it some days if I play that again. All right, so we have a nice new bag. My name is Salva. Oh, that makes sense. All right, Salva, what's your favorite Pokemon cards? The free ones? Don't be so naive, it's Disney. Yeah, it's Disney. Let's see, there's sexy girl cards. Star Wars. Pikachu, Radiant Alakazam. All right, here's your free cards. Wow, look at all those free cards, guys. All right, there we go. I want free ones, so we'll just write Selva on it now. Look at that, Selva. Now you got a bag and a date. Whoa. Wow. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next order. That was Blake Santoro with the big orders, man. Wow. Thanks so much for getting us started tonight, Blake. Appreciate you, man. Okay. Clicking on this. CS Man, PSA 10, Skyridge Sandshrew. Oh, so I'm out of a Sandshrew. He's a good card. You know, those Skyridge cards are always the first ones to go because they're such a standardized good vintage card. All right. Aha! Here he is. Now, that was 490. Did you mean to put this in the slab away? CS Man, you might have been confused about the price here. It's a pricey 490, not 190. Here we are. You might have seen me shuffling it, and so you might not have seen the number correctly. Here we are. See that? I'll send you more. You really want it? All right, I'll send to this. I thought you'd say something like, whoa. Yeah, so these cards just sell. These Skyridge cards, they just sell. And that's why they cost so much, because everyone wants them, and that's what drives the price up. You want the population on this one? Check this out. So it's from the Skyridge collection. Skyridge has to be one of the coolest Pokemon names out there, isn't it? So check this out. Check how rare this card is. First of all, in the Skyridge set, this card will only be a reverse holo. It will never be a regular holo because he's not a rare. So if you want to collect the complete Skyridge collection of reverse holos, you have to somehow acquire this Sandshrew. He's pop 35. That's nothing. That's nothing. Modern cards these days are printed to the tune of like 18,000 or something. So yeah, these old vintage cards are probably still underappreciated. And we got more cards like this. Actually, these cards over here, see, I deal in specialty cards a lot. Cards like this, the quest stickers maybe. These are all older cards that are out of print too, and I don't think their populations are going to be that high either. They are. All right. Okay. So, CS-Man says 13 of the black bolts. 13 of them, huh? 13 of them. Now, be careful because we might actually sell out right here, right now, okay? I don't have too much black bolt left. Just letting you know that, okay? We're supposed to have some on the way. Let me take a look at that. Let me see how close it is to getting here because I ordered a lot. Okay, it's tracking available on these. We ordered like $6,000 worth of it. Oh, and it's being sent in multiple packages. That's good. Expected to be delivered. Says it could arrive on the 9th. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go open some Black Bolt. Could I ask you how you price that Sandshrew? I can't find any of the price anywhere. For $490 on a Skyridge, that's actually a very reasonable price. In particular, some things to pay attention to. He's from the original base set. Sandshrew is one of the Gen 1 Pokemons. So, you know, if you're selling something like, let's say, Gligar or a Pokemon like that, he's going to have a lower price. But if you're selling one of these base set Pokemon like Sandshrew, they're going to cost a little more. And so what you can do, if you can't find any Sandshrews, excuse me, if you cannot find any Sandshrews, do this. Go look up PSA 10 Reverse Hollow Skyridge. Then just scroll through all of the reverse hollows that you can buy, and you'll see he has a pretty normal price. You will see some cheaper ones, but it's going to be the really undesirable Pokemon will have the lower price. Sandshrew, on the other hand, he's one of those cute, almost like starter-like Pokemon. All right, let me go get a Black Bolts. Okay, guys, I'll be back. All right, well, I have some news for you. We are actually sold out of Black Bolt right now. We are sold out. Yep, that was the rest of it last night. We were opening up the rest of it last night. Let me show you what I got left. Just loose ones, okay? Not that there's anything wrong with them, but not enough even for a full ETB. Let me see. Do I have any here? No. There's 4. That's it. Ah, that sucks. All right. Okay, put the 130 to the Sandshrew. I'll send the rest now. Okay. So let's take a quick look into these orders then real fast. So it's 190 for Sandshrew plus 195. That actually worked out, didn't it? So 385 minus 490. So 105 remains on this slab. That's what remains, as 105. That actually worked out. There you go. And, you know, the cool thing is now you've got a nice rare card, whereas this could have just turned into some, you know, maybe bad pulls. And even if it was a good pull, they might have graded 9, which would have been really annoying. You would have been getting rid of that 9. So over here in the menu, let's update the menu, everybody. Let's head over to Pokemon English. Pokemon Black's going to say coming soon. Because it is coming soon. All right, good. Okay. Very nice. How you doing today? Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going? Let me set this over here. Check out this Nintendo Bowser break. I'd love to see this go off. Jump into the Bowser break. It's 2 cards, not 1 card, 2 cards. Bowser and Mario in that set. I'd love to see that go off because it's so interesting. Here is the EX Sandstorm. You guys can jump in here too. CS Min is in here. We need 8 more people in the Sandstorm. Very cool. Here's Snivy PSA 10. Just a really solid Snivy card. This is the Mario Star from 2010. You guys know I grade a lot of playing cards. That's what I do. Let's hit refresh here. How do I get those free cards for you? Would appreciate it. So you'll need to be able to order a round of shipping. Okay. Here's Kevin, Mr. Kevin for the Sandshrew. All right. He's all yours, man. Hey, it's Yolin. Where's my wide stream? Yeah, we are very nice. We're testing out the the vertical stream, and look at that. We're at 100 viewers in the first 24 minutes, guys. 100 viewers in the first 24 minutes, which I think is stronger performance than the usual nighttime stream. Okay, so beautiful cards here. Mr. Kevin's order is in. Let's see. Do we have a giveaway for tonight? Is J-Dog here? Is J-Dog here by chance? Where's J-Dog? I honestly don't know if that was a good purchase, but I love those cards, so I'll take it. Let me, so I can tell you with confidence that you will not regret that purchase if you just hold it and don't resell it. So let me look it up. Those cards are going up in price. Let's see. Skyridge Sandshrew. Okay. You're correct. There's no reverse hollow. We're going to look up reverse. Okay, Skyridge reverse. And we're going to show off some reverse prices. All right. So here are some reverse hollows like Mag Cargo and Slugma and Pineco. And you can see those are cheaper, but everyone hates those Pokemon. All right, there's Kakuna, Weedle, Kakuna Weedle. Here's Venonat. Nobody likes Venonat. So we're scrolling up. There's Ladybug. Still nobody likes Ladybug. There's Leba, Yanma, terrible, right? Terrible, terrible, terrible. Here's Gligar at 225, Zatu, Rhydon. All right, let's see. Then there's Houndour. Let's see. Kabutops starts to hit around 300. And then looking for something comparable to like Sandshrew. There's a lot of Pokemon here. Here's Poliwhirl at 445. Here's Moltres at 485. Ah, here we go. Here's like a Cleffa. I feel like that's pretty comparable. Notice how it says low pop there too. Here's Ghastly at 450. Here's Flareon. So you can see the prices on some of these they're just really steep, and you can see yours hitting around the 490 area. There we are. Not to mention, again, when you're seeing those prices on eBay, that's before the tax. My price is after the tax, so it might be more comparable to more like 460 actually. There we are. How do you plan on paying for him to do the shipping? Let's see. Can you help me out with what he's saying about the shipping? Let me go ahead and hit refresh here. I don't think this is made for a laptop or TV, just a phone. Lame. Visa card or anything. All right, let's click on this. Here's Beatrice Moniz. Aloha, mister. Can I get a spot in the Sandstorm pack break? Yes. So, Miss Beatrice jumping into the Sandstorm break. It's a Friday night. We could probably finish anything you guys set your mind to. The Sandstorm pack break. If that finished tonight, that would be awesome. Here it is, Beatrice. That right there. You guys could all jump in it at once. And we can see what's in that Sandstorm pack. Could be a really big pull in there. There we are. Let's see. So Sandstorm would be P-Split. Here it is. Okay, so CS Man is in there. Beatrice is in there. So we just need 7 more people. What I would recommend is to make a PayPal account, then connect your Visa card. We can definitely get more likes than 31. We have 107 people here. Double tap like. 107 people. Nice. 113 people. Nice. All right. Let's hit that refresh button. Just sent for a couple packs of Japanese white flare, says Gregory. Hey, what's up, Gregory Carvajal? So, time for my monthly purchase, small it may be. So he wants 3 white flare Japanese. I have the English original Reshiram and white base set from years ago, and maybe 3 packs is just enough. All right. So 3 packs, and we want to immediately snipe the good one. Let's give it a try. Oops. It's not impossible. It could happen. Oh, by the way, CS Man, I know you're chasing after that Victini. Well, guess what? He shows up in this set too. The exact same Victini. He's no different. He's the exact same card in both sets. It's a very rare thing because normally Pokemon doesn't do that. But with that red Victini, he's the exact same card in both the White Flare and Black Bolt. So if you can keep chasing him in here, and the fun part is it's actually cheaper to open these anyways. So I still have some White Flare left if you want to keep going after him tonight. Now, as for you, Mr. Gregory, I should have told you that earlier. I didn't know why I didn't think to say that. Right, here we are. How much would an international shipment cost? Well, international would be about $20. Here we are. Mr. Gregory. Good games. You're going to run out of stock, mister. Here's, ooh, not bad. Look at that, a little snipey wipey for Gregory. What are the snipey wipies are we going to have tonight? I want to see some snipey wipies, guys. Here we are. I'm feeling in the mood. I'm feeling pretty game. Here's Masterball Vanilla. Feeling good today. Ooh. We can also talk about anything you guys want to talk about. We can have a debate. We can have a discussion. We can cry together. I'll hold you. Mr. Gregory with the G, let's find your bag. You got a bag, right, Gregory? That's why, Selva, if you want to get this hobby, I would buy more packs here and ship it later. So let's see. Gregory Carvajal, he didn't say new bag, did he? I don't think he said new bag, so we're going to go looking for the existing bag. Here's a Gravery Moore. Glenn. Greg Fernandez. It's Greg Fernandez. I should have a bag, I hope. Have no fear, we're going to go find it, okay? So put that in front of the screen for a second, because we are all out of room. Gregory Carvajal, here it is. Found your bag. Okay, we'll put this back up here like this. And now we know where your stuff is. Thank you, Gregory. Well, I don't think you did too bad. You picked up a Master Ball and an SR. That's not too bad. Any moving news? No moving news. Today we didn't really work too hard on anything about moving, but yeah, it's strongly on our minds right now. Okay, we're moving to South Korea. Here's CS Man, 2 more spots in the Sandstorm. Oh, I'm telling you guys, the Sandstorm could go off tonight. Sandstorm, $66. It is a Friday night. It could go off. People have their paychecks tonight. Some people do anyways. And they're saying, hey, I want to have a little bit of fun. I would love to see this go off. I mean, it could contain some really big cards. Look, even if it's a light pack, it's going to have a reverse holo in it. And the Umbreon is a reverse holo. So even light packs can have the Umbreon. There's always a shot at the Umbreon in every pack. So there we go. We're four deep. We need 5 more people to decide to jump into that Sandstorm break. Here we are. And you could lose $66 too. Oh yeah, that's very fair. Although I would say it's not as rough as a booster pack, as a slab break. So like, let's say you get into this Bowser break right here, right? Well, you know, only one person pulls both poker cards. Everyone else gets like an energy card or something for 40 bucks. Whereas over here, even if you don't get the reverse holo, or if it's a heavy pack, the holo, even if you get one of the commons, if that common happens to grade well, it could very quickly be worth $100 to $150. If it grades as a PSA 9, it will be maybe worth like 40 bucks to 45 bucks, which even in that scenario, you might make a little bit of your money back, but not the full 66. Now, if it grades below a 9, I can't help you. That would be very bad. And some cards are no good, like trainer cards. All right. So, let's see. 2 more spots in the Sandstorm. And then CS-Man says 2 more spots in Sandshrew. I have 5 out of the 9 spots. Okay, let me grab this. Let's see. You're right. Oh, that's a lot. Is that right? Yeah, because Beatrice is already in here. Wow, you got a lot, man. Kind of throws me off saying 5 out of 9 because it's actually at 6 out of 9 right now, right? CS-Man? CS-Man. All right, so this could very easily go off tonight. Idaho ranks 42 out of 50 for homicide. What are you talking about, says Isaac. Lots of murders come from Idaho. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 out of 9. 3 spots remain on the Sandstorm break. 3 spots remain. Here's a nice Grimer. He's really clever looking. Here's a nice Pikachu 10. And here is the Heartbreak Jolteon. Wow. Really cool. Hit and refresh here. I just got 2 more slots. I really want a lot of cards from this set. Oh, me too, actually. That's one of the few cards there. One of the few sets I watch for on the Feebays. I like Sandstorm. Actually, it has a really cool Dusclops in it that I like. Yeah, big fan of that Dusclops. All right, how about some cards we've never priced before, guys? What's this? Armor Shadow Box. Wow. It's this really thick card, and it has like a commander helmet in it. It's so weird. It's like 3D. Do you ever throw in free cards with purchases? On occasion, I might give somebody like a bonus pull. Yeah, I would say so. Really depends on if they've had very bad luck. Commander Cody helmet. Okay. Oh, here it is. Shadow Box helmet, $35, ungraded. What if it? Let me do. Look at this. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to require a special fat sleeve. The Card Economist, do you ever throw in free cards? I do appreciate it when I get all the colds. Reporting for duty, says Cody Hodges. Cody Hodges is here reporting for duty. Hey, what's up, Mr. Major Payne? Let's grab this. Oh, right, I need to buy more stickers. Whoever thought buying stickers would be a major part of your job. So this shall say $70 maybe. Sort of made up price, but it's not based off of nothing. We do have a one of these sold ungraded for like 45. So I don't know. If you're selling any of those cards with that kind of style, similar to the Sandshrew and the Sandstorm, please let me know. I'll take them off your hands. We do have a couple cards that are still not sold yet. Let me see in the expensive slab channel real fast. So if we jump over to the Discord server and we head over to Pricey September, Pricey just means, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Let me show you, okay? So I'll just pop a couple of them on screen for a second. See, there's a nice Gengar. Here's a Rocket Returns Magnemite. That's nice. Rocket Returns Team Rocket Cubone. Huh. Where'd this little scratch in the sleeve come from? That's an interesting development. How did that occur? Okay, well, it's on the sleeve, not on the card. That's so weird. Was that on the sleeve already? Strange. Okay, good. The card is unaffected underneath. Here is Zubat. Like here's one, Omastar, 380. That's actually from Skyridge. And then here's a Gligar. Very nice. So Gligar, Omastar. Show you a couple others too. There we are. Officer Doofy reporting for duty. What's your favorite Weezer song? I don't know. Island in the Sun, Buddy Holly, The Sweater Song. There we go. What other songs they had? Buddy Holly, Say It Ain't So. Say It Ain't So is really good. Wigglytuff, one of the reverse hollows from Crystal Guardians. It's a cool set. That's a good one. We actually sold one of those Wigglytuffs for like the same price. Like, what's it, like a month or two ago? I'm Making Bacon. I didn't like that song. That was from one of their later albums, and I feel like around that time period, they kind of fell off or something. Here's an $8,000 Shining Raichu. You want that? Now, you got deep pockets. You can buy this one. Shining Raichu 8K. That one's incredible. Primate, Fire Red. That's pretty neat. Slackoth. That one's pretty good. EX Deoxys. Yeah, this is good stuff. And then look at this. Crystal Guardians. Dusclops. So we got some good ones. They are fewer and further in between as the years go by because all of these are getting bought up. That's what's going on. I used to have more for sale. And as time goes by, the people pick out whatever's the current best one and they say, okay, I'll take that one. We are. So you have a chance to find one. Now, these are all have their picture taken in the Pricey Slabs Discord in our server, okay? The Pricey Slabs channel. It'll say Pricey September. Mom, don't interrupt me while I'm cleaning my room. God! Cleaning your room, huh? There. Grab that. Okay. So now, we're going to hit refresh. Officer Doofy. Here's Darren Thompson, and he says 3 Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals, you say? Yes, I'll take 3 of the Destined Rivals. 1 spot in the Sandstorm pack. Oh, yeah. 2 spots left on Sandstorm pack, guys. 2 spots left. I know you're a Tal. Poor Tally. Tally was in the latest South Park episode. And so he's got a thing going on for him in the latest episode. Poor Tally. Bloop. There we go. Oops. All right. Ooh. Ready? I need Shuppet and Joltik. Shuppet? Shuppet the puppet? Okay. I need my 2 friends, Silver and Gold. Silver and Gold. Here's, oh, Misty's, a little Misty Psyduck never hurt anybody. That's a cute card. Here's a Pinsir. And here's a little Arboliva. Look at that little Arboliva. That's for you, Darren Thompson. Still haven't seen the 4th episode. We are. Wait, there's a 4th episode? I thought there were only 3. What are the times in your life when you were shown the most generosity? That is a fantastic question. And to be honest, very, very little. There was a moment, I was working at Target, and there was this really old man. He was the receiver for Target. His name was Mike. And when my friend Dave and I got an apartment together, he gave us both like a $20 gift certificate for food at the local cheap food market. That was one case. He was like a really soft-spoken, really old man, and then he died. He died of a heart attack, and he was really, really old already, and it was super sad. He had very rapidly declining health. He would come in to work, and you could see him losing a lot of weight, and his skin was going bad, and he started walking with a cane, and he gave us $20 each, and that was really, really nice, and he and I talked about it for a while, my roommate and I, about how nice that was. It wasn't much money, but for us, it was kind of a lot of money because we were so poor. And then the weird part is he couldn't have had a lot of money himself because he was just doing a job at Walmart himself, so nobody at Walmart's rich. Maybe the store owner, maybe the ETLs, but not the workers. So it's not like he was rolling in money or anything. You are. So that's one. I would say probably the second generous thing would probably be when I had my teeth fixed at a dental school, and the dentist did a pretty decent job, I guess, really helped me at the time, and they just did it really cheap. That's all I can think of, because other than that, a little $20 gift, no one did anything for me, and so people just don't help that often, especially not when you're a guy. If you're a cute girl, maybe, not when you're a guy. Who's going to help you if you're a guy? Hey guys, I'm a young man with poor prospects. Please give me money. Yeah, right. You go homeless first. Martin Ramirez, for Korean Rocket. All right, for Korean Rocket. Ugh. Okay. 2 more slots, please, people. Thoughts on the last episode of South Park? So you're talking about the episode of South Park where Randy does AI, right? That's what you're talking about? The Randy AI episode? A cute girl gets some easy drinks and online donations. Yeah, there's probably a group of humans that, or a category of humans that receive the most donations. Young, dangerous men do not get many donations. If you see an 18-year-old guy and he's struggling with life, your thoughts aren't, how do I reach into my purse and give this guy some money? Your thoughts are, this guy's dangerous. Get him out of my neighborhood. That's your thoughts. So you're looked at like a dangerous person if you're a poor 18-year-old guy. Like, ugh, get this guy out of here. He doesn't belong here. Get him out of here. Send him back to the slums where he belongs. You are? All right. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Doesn't always get looked at like that. I mean, if you're at church, they're not going to look at you like that. They are? Okay. Look at that Crobat, Mr. Martin. Yeah, if you're an 18-year-old guy at church, they don't care. I'm a hot waifu. Please give me Pokemon cards. Employees give me free food. Timmy says, bit obsessed with Trump. A lot going on in the world for them to comment on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, every episode has had, their Saddam Hussein version of Donald Trump in it. I see what you're saying. What is this music, dude? Get me out of here. Okay. I wasn't liking that music. Martin Ramirez. Ta-da! Very nice. Very nice. Thoughts on vertical versus horizontal stream? Oh my gosh, vertical is beating horizontal like crazy. Like it's not even close. It's not even close. The vertical streams bring in like 10 times the subscribers, because you get 1 subscriber in a horizontal and 10 subscribers in vertical. And it's bringing in about 4 times the views. So the peak concurrent might stick around 100-ish, when even that could be higher than the horizontal streams. And then, the total views can hit around 1,500 to 2,000. Compare that to horizontal, where you get like 500 views. So it's weird. It feels like we have discovered something. We've discovered that YouTube's definitely giving preferential treatment to vertical streams. We are. All right. Do you know how you can trust someone you love? How do you trust someone that you love? How do you know you can trust someone that you love? Well, it sounds almost like a trick question, because if you love someone, then you do trust them. I guess you can love somebody that you don't trust. I guess they have to earn the trust. I don't know. There's here we are. It almost sounds like you need to ask a different question. Like you mean to ask something else. It almost sounds like you mean to ask, how do I find a way to trust someone who I currently do not trust? Is that what you mean to ask? Like, I have someone in my life who I would like to trust, but I don't trust them, and I'd like to. Here's Mr. Blake, the Sand Break, and 2 shuffles. Here we are. I have found over a very long period of time that people are generally just not trustworthy. It's better to just sort of like cope with the reality that they're going to betray you or fail or be incompetent or hurt themselves or whatever it is they're going to do. Generally, you're going to find yourself dealing with the fallen human nature, you know what I mean? The animalistic, barbaric side of humanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just very cynical and I just assume things are going to go wrong. That's me. That might not be the right way to do it. I don't trust much of anything. Here we are. Here we are. All right, let's see the Sandstorm go off. There is a 4th episode out. Oh, I did not know that. I apologize. I have not seen the 4th episode. All right, don't spoil it for me, guys. I'll watch it, and then I'll come back and do a commentary on it, okay? It'll be fun. Well, that should mean that I can talk about the Tally episode. Here we are. Ta-da! 2 cold ones. Blake Santoro, 2 cold ones. I hope you enjoy it. How much is the Sandstorm break? $66, and it might be sold out. Let me check. I'm going to check to see if the last spot is sold. Give me a minute. Okay, we're hitting refresh. Click. Okay, so there is... No one has purchased the last spot. This is a $66 spot in the Sandstorm. It's pretty close to going off. $66 and it's done. The new episode is about one of your favorite topics. Is it Labubu? I think I saw a commercial. And I thought, oh, that episode will be good. But I didn't realize it was already out. Labubus. Let's see. Give me some Labubus, bro. Come on, man. Just give me one of those Labubus. We are, ooh. Very nice. Oh, yes. I have over 50%. Please give me something good. Please, please, please. That's true. You have 5 out of the 4 spots. That increases the odds that you pull the reverse hollow. However, that doesn't guarantee that you pull the reverse hollow. In fact, you can buy 8 out of the 9 spots. And the guy who bought the 9th spot still has a fair shot at sniping the hollow from you. So it's all risk, baby. Good luck in there. There we go. We've got a holographic Slowpoke 7 here. It's a really nice holographic card. And I'm going to give him a price now. Here goes. Let's make him $30. I'm trying to shop like a millionaire. Shop like a millionaire. More like shop like a trillionaire. Did you guys hear Elon Musk is going to give himself $1 trillion pay for, at least he's applied for it, to his board of directors? Okay, Mark, for Alexis, as a thank you for the shipping. All right, so I'm going to send this money to her. We're going to pull open Cash App. It's going to say $15. We're going to hit pay. And then here's Alexis. And we're going to say, from Mark Valerian. Oops, it auto-corrected the villain. There it goes. Okay. How nice. All right. Look out for Tin Pokemon. I hope they get over Trump, says PDX. Are you talking about South Park? Here we are. Yeah, they were making fun of Trump in the very first episode, and I felt that episode is one of the worst ones I've watched in a long time, just because it felt sort of like dialed in. I thought that the suicide joke in the car did not make me laugh. It actually felt kind of too dark and just not that funny. And then there was like, they deep faked Donald Trump in the desert, and they made him naked, and I thought, that would not be appropriate if it was like AOC or something, for example. And so I thought, you know, what are our laws and our rules on deep faking people and putting them into TV shows or movies? I think they're trying to be edgy, you know, like, you know how politicians do this? They're not politicians, comedians do this thing where they know there's a rule, like you don't make a joke out of the R word. And then they say, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to walk that line and everyone will be super impressed and talk about me. So I feel like they were doing that. But in general, I don't think it would fly very far if deep faking naked politicians was like, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought. Like, let's say they deep faked a naked college student that they knew. That would be super illegal. That'd be insanely illegal. They'd definitely get sued for that if they put a deep fake of like a college student they know into their TV show. Now the politician's a public figure, so maybe it's fair game if you're like a politician, perhaps. But then if you do it to certain politicians, it's definitely a lot more weird. So, you know, I thought it was an interesting thing, perhaps, but at the very least, it didn't make me like guffaw. I wasn't going, oh my God, that's so funny and clever. It's almost, you know, it's like a low-hanging fruit kind of joke. Like, okay, he's naked. You didn't expect that, did you? We can use AI to make him naked. And it's like, all right, we're getting real edgy now. So I didn't find that episode to be very strong. And I'm used to, South Park usually has really high standards for their content, I feel. You know, so I'm used to their content really, really catching me off guard and making me laugh. All right, let's see. Can we see the breaks? I did enjoy them making fun of JD Vance. Actually, yeah, the JD Vance is a lot more funny. The small JD Vance. I don't know what it is about him. It's a lot more funny. Also, I thought that they were doing a Saddam Hussein joke. I thought they were going to have Saddam Hussein come back. So that was really confusing at first. Here we go. Here's Sandstorm. Okay, that has one spot left. No one's bought it yet. This has one spot left. $66, one spot. This is Espeon Fusion Strike. This is the Jolteon with 7 out of 19. That moved 2 spots yesterday. There's the new Gengar Masterball. It's a brand new break. It's at the start. People don't like breaks at the start. They just like them at the end. Here's a pretty short one. This Moltres. Really nice. It's a textured card from the year 2000. You know, it's a legendary bird, and it's actually just really impressive the way it looks. Very impressive card. That's a Topps card. Here we have the Mega Gengar. He has had a lot of action. So he's at spot number 2 out of 8, and that's not meaningless. That means $800 have already been poured into this guy. $800. Here's Cloud. He's 4 out of 20. He's the current star card recipient. That means he will finish. This will finish no matter what. Jump in there with confidence. And then we've got Trafalgar Law and Aerodactyl. So 2 more interesting cards. The Aerodactyl's a 9. That's why he's so short. He's a 1 and 6. Okay, there they are, the breaks. Lots of cool breaks. Oh, and this Bowser break. I like it. 2 spots jumped in there already. We need 6 more. It comes with 2 cards, not 1. There's a Mario Ace of Clubs and a Joker Bowser. Okay, so I like the aesthetic of that card a lot. And it's from 2015. It's an out-of-print set. Then for gym breaks, we got a couple gym breaks. Gym breaks are 2-person breaks. It just requires 2 people. So it's Playboy Chrome Trump, which if you hate Trump, you can have the card destroyed. You can have me drill it. I will drill it for you, and we'll make a video out of it if you hate him, okay? Then there's Ethan's Typhlosion. If you love him, that's fine, too. We don't care. Here's Tyranitar. You can love him or you can hate him. I'm just here to make a sale. And then here is Princess Peach. So there we have it. So Princess Peach, Tyranitar, Ethan's Typhlosion, and a very interesting Donald Trump card. How cool. Back in his Playboy days. Back when he was himself. Okay. You should split that Shining Raichu into a break after Gengar breaks. Nah, that would take forever, dude. I've thought about introducing a new tier called a Holy Grail break. What do you guys think? The Holy Grail break. Okay, let's see. That is a beautiful Team Rocket Zapdos. The tag slab actually contributes to the beauty of it. I like Holy Grail break. Yeah, so a Holy Grail break could be like all rules are off. The only thing we care about is getting like the ultimate card. Price is irrelevant. But this would also mean that your odds of pulling it would be significantly low, and it could take like a year or 2 for it to go off. Okay, so I'm betting this card's like $35 to $45. And it's called Glory Zapdos. Glory Zapdos. None of them graded. Let's try Destined Zapdos. Maybe there's an English one. Oh, I typed in Zapdoa. Okay, here we go. So, whoa, that's what is this? Oh, this is that stamped one. Holy man, here's a standard one. They want $100 for this. Look at that. So there's a standard one, and there's 7 people watching it. What the hell? That doesn't seem right. I wouldn't buy that. That's overpriced for sure. That's simply overpriced for a holo. I mean, no modern holo should ever be that much. Let's see, maybe this. Okay, here we go. Check it out. So right here, sold on August 15th for $45. So there we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I was saying. I was saying probably about $45. But I tell you what, since that was auction, I'm going to go slightly above that. I also have no competition. And this is a tag slab. There you go. So this is going to be $50. Okay. 9.25. There's a stamped one? Yeah, there's a stamped one. All right, so that is a $50 Zapdos. It's a simple promo stamp. It's not that special. What is the grade on the Trump card? Yeah, great question. So if the Trump card was a PSA 10, he would probably cost like $1,000 or something. But this one's going to be PSA 8, and he's a very convenient $80 break. So it's really not that bad at all. $80 for the card, split in two, $40 a piece. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, can have a lot of fun with it. You never know. You can give it to your super conservative dad, or your you could give it to your extremely Democrat college student roommate who is in their softcore years, and then they got like a little fuzzy peach hair growing on their chin, but they're not actually boys, so it's a really interesting thing. All right, so let's get a new slab up here. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh my God, only good slabs, huh? I would love that Trump card so I can give it to my conservative gay cousins. Where are my gays for Trump? You don't look gay. There we go. Is Primal Clash a good set? Yes, Primal Clash is a good set. Yes, it is. Troy, are you here? Okay, very nice. Ooh. There we go. Team Rocket's Articuno. Okay. And we are going to say he is also $50. There we have it. Okay. You got all 3 of the modern legendary birds? All 3 of them. Well, you know, if you're talking about the Moltres, he's the Altart, right? They don't have like a holo version for him in this set. He's the Altart. But yeah, I mean, they made holographic versions of the Zapdos and the Articuno, and here they are. You could acquire both of these, and then you would just need the Japanese Altart. You'd be done. All right. Here's this booster pack. I insist we finish it, guys. 1 spot remaining. Nobody's purchased it. We are? All right. Wait, those cards are worth $50? Well, no, not necessarily. It's not just about the cards. It's the fact that they're graded 10 by tag. So it's you know, it costs money to grade cards, and some of them don't grade 10, some of them grade 9. And so, you know, and that $50 includes taxes already. So it's more like, you know, it's more like 47 maybe. It's not as crazy as you think. Like, if you worked really hard on grading those, you're not going to get rich. I mean, you're going to make like, I don't know, like $15 to $20 an hour. You don't get rich selling holos. Okay. So I just have to pay 40. 40. For this, yes. For this is 40. To get into the Trump break, yes, it's $40 to get into the Trump break. Now, if you went into this beautiful Sandstorm break, that's $66. So that one costs more. By the way, if you guys don't know how to get into the menu, check the upper hand corner of the screen for the 3 dots that drop down. What you need to do is you need to open up the description of the live stream by clicking on those dots in the upper right hand corner. And the description is where everything's at. It'll tell you about PayPal, ZELLE, Venmo, Cash App. It'll show you all the packs for sale as you scroll down. So that's where it's all sitting. It's all sitting in the description. All the information's in the description. We've been doing, by the way, if you're new, we've been doing this for 6 years. So actually, I think we're done with the 6 years. I think we're in year 7 now. This channel is now 7 years old, guys. How about that? We should have an exact anniversary date for this channel, shouldn't we? Yeah, we're heading toward 100,000 subscribers. I'm very excited for that. We need about 1,500 more. And I think we'll hit that by Christmas. I think we'll get it. Mister, imagine this pack is not heavy. I think I would cry. Well, you know, it normally isn't heavy. That's actually pretty standard. It's normal for it to not be heavy. When you open up a booster box, the booster box will contain 12 heavy packs and 24 light packs. So you got almost double odds for a light pack. But we do run into heavy packs as well. Let's see. You ever smoked weed, mister? I tried weed for the first time, was it this year or last year? Missouri legalized it, and so I finally smoked weed. I'd never smoked it in my life before because I'm a pretty strict rule follower, and so if it was illegal, I just don't mess with it. And so I tried weed legally for the first time this year, and I was not impressed. I felt like it was very similar to all the other drugs, including alcohol and cigarettes, which I'd also tried, and I didn't like those either. So I don't smoke, and I don't drink, and I don't smoke weed. I get all my good feelings from Pokemon cards. This is it. Pokemon cards and video games. I'm a big nerd. So no drinking, no smoking. I like food too, but I'm working on that. I'm trying not to eat so much. So so for today, I had oatmeal, I had a little bit of ham, I had some pistachio nuts, which are calorie dense, but they're healthy. And then I had a big serving of it's just ground beef and beef stroganoff noodles. And that was it. It was just one meal. I didn't have 2 meals. So I think I'm good. I think I probably hit under 2,000. I think I probably hit under 2,000 today. So, and then all I got to do now is just not eat anything. Let's see. I trust Mr. Is a fancy Gyarados slab. Beastman says, God bless Trump. May Trump continue to bless you. Yeah, is Trump a man of God? Here we are. Let's see. All right. Let's see. He makes me think he's got like a mafia boss kind of style of leadership. And I don't know, maybe our economy will do really well. And if it does, then I think he deserves credit. Okay, so if our economy does well, he deserves credit. Okay, so this is going to say Poker Gym Leaders. This is one of the most sought after poker cards there is. It's the Gym Leader card. Brock, Misty, Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Kogra. I said Kogra? I almost said Kyogre. Koga. There it is, Koga. Sabrina, Blaine, and Team Rocket's Giovanni. I love the darkness and the shade there. That is the Gym Leaders card. Highly, highly sought after. Now, when we pull up Gym Leaders, you can see right away, look, 500, 325, and 500, 425. So there you go. Yeah, so the cheapest one is 325. Let's go ahead and mimic that, $325. You could probably just stack this card over and over again, and it would probably just keep going up. But I just sell it because I got more of these to grade. Not too many more. Eventually, I'm going to start collecting a couple of these. Okay, Kyogre is a whale, mister. Wow, in order you fight them in the game. I know, that's cool, right? Can someone please get that into that Sandstorm? I do not want to get the last slot. I still think you would like weed if you were doing it in a group setting with friends, mister. No, it doesn't work on me. Yeah, so when it comes to drugs like weed, cigarettes, and alcohol, these are all like drugs that help you feel, how do you describe it? Like relaxed. Okay, so they help you feel relaxed. And I hate feeling relaxed. I hate that feeling. It makes me frustrated and annoyed. So like when I would drink alcohol and, you know, I'd be like dizzy and less coordinated. I got like blank-faced drunk for fun with vodka. I'd do that with my girlfriend. And, you know, ultimately I hated it. I kind of understood it too. If you drink a little bit, you get dizzy. And I hate that feeling. If you drink a lot, you like turn into someone else. Like I'm not me anymore. I'm Frank. I'm some other guy named Frankie. And I think that's why people drink. They drink because they don't want to be themselves anymore. They want to be Frankie. And I hate that feeling. I like being me. And I like it when my brain feels really sharp and really turned on, like snappy, you know? I like that feeling. So I hated it. I didn't like it one bit. And so I eventually stopped drinking. I stopped drinking pretty fast. And then cigarette. I did cigarette smoking and hookah with my friends. Hookah. You guys been to hookah bars? Went to a hookah bar and smoked a whole bunch of nicotine. And I couldn't hate it anymore. It was so terrible. Like your eyes feel like they're spacing apart. Your name is further away in your mind. If you try to say your own name, it's like the letters are spreading apart. Hated it. Hated it so much. Now, weed, I'm trying to remember weed. The word high makes a lot of sense for weed because you literally feel like you're floating a little bit. And let me try to remember how it felt, actually, because I only did it like twice. Yeah, it's just like this energetic buzz almost. High is the right word. Like, yeah, how do you describe the way it makes you feel? It's not quite. It's nothing like the alcohol, but they're all there to help you relax. It was sort of like it's like the colors in the room were more vibrant, and I cared that they were more vibrant. That's what it's like, and you feel more open-minded to things. So that's a good description too. And ultimately, I hated it. I was like, it's like it's trying to get me to let go of the driver's wheel in my mind. But I think what normal people do is they actually do it. They let go of the driver's wheel. For me, I grab onto the driver's wheel much harder, and I get really frustrated that I'm trying to let go. And I just don't like that feeling. So that's how it is. I've never enjoyed any of those things, and they'll continue to be that way. I think I would enjoy cocaine, but I'm never going to do that either because that's illegal. So I'm never going to touch that. But so if there's something like sugar or caffeine, I love those. I love sugar to death. I would eat sugar all day long. One of my favorite things to do for this stream, I'd have an energy drink and a donut. And that's my drug right there. Nice energy drink and a donut. You take a big drink of the energy drink and a big bite of the donut. You got sugar, which is just pure energy. And you got caffeine, which is a stimulant. I'm feeling great, 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 you know? Makes me talk, makes me think faster. I can recall words better. I feel like I'm, hopped up on adrenaline. And so, if there's a hard drug that does that, I'd probably enjoy it. But I'll never touch it because I don't break the rules. I don't do it. I don't like to break the rules. I like being a guy who doesn't break the rules. It's nice. You don't worry about anything. And you don't do anything unhealthy for your body. Here we are. Ooh, Pokemon Red Charmander. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Mister is just a party pooper. I am. I'm a classic party pooper. Here we are. Very nice. All right. Let's go ahead and put this here. Oh, I think CS Man has bought the last Sandstorm spot. Get ready, guys. So we're going to say Poker Charmander. I just, if I liked the feeling, I know what kind of personality I have. I really get into whatever I like. So if I liked the feeling, I'd probably be smoking weed all day. That's what I would be doing. I'd be smoking weed 24/7 if I liked it. And so if anything, I'm very lucky that I don't like it. Wow, that's expensive. So the cheapest red Charmander's freaking $300, dude. Jesus. Is that right? That one's a yellow. And this one's a blue. It's making me think the red decks are very important because people perceive them as having more value. Even though I know the truth that the yellow deck is more rare, people perceive the red deck as the more valuable deck. Okay, so let me hit refresh. Only thing about this style of stream is I can't listen to the stream with my phone screen off, even with YouTube Red. That sucks. I think someone mentioned that. Fine, I'll get the last spot. Also, Mister, could you please check what slabs I have with you? What you could do, CSman, if you want, for $20, we can do a virtual collection where I create a channel in our Discord server and take a picture of all your slabs for you. Would you like that? All right, so let's go ahead and red deck Charmander goes with the Charizard. That's why it's pricey. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, pack split time, baby. Okay, what do we need for the pack split? So we need the bag. There we go. We need CS Man's final spot. He's got 6 out of the 9 spots. That's risky, CS Man. Taking so many of the spots means if somebody gets lucky and snipes the reverse hollow, you're going to be sweeping all the cold ones. All right, I'm praying for you. Can I get the pack foil? We could do that. I guess that's okay. I will mention this. It tends to get a little messed up when it goes in that plastic baggie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we got 9 here. We got 9 here. Since you are buying so much of this booster pack, why not? You bought more than half. It's not a big deal, is it? Okay, first one's always free. Oops. The vertical isn't too good for the computer, but it seems to help improve the stream views. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We are. All right. So viewing on computer or on like a big screen, or maybe this YouTube Red or whatever he said. 66% to get something good. Well, first of all, we have to hope that it's a good pack too, right? Like if it's a cold pack, no matter who pulls the reverse holo, it could just be a crappy trainer reverse holo. So we got to hope it's a good pack. All right, give me a number. I wish everything wasn't so burly. You're burly. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. And we'll grab this. Oh. How nice. We'll be picking out a new vintage pack tonight. That'd be cool. You know what else we should work on? We should make a jumbo pack break too. We haven't made a jumbo pack break in a while. So that's been split, and now we're opening this. You know, I don't know how many cards from the back is the holo. I hate that. I should know that. I really should know that. Okay, ready? Oh, yeah. Little piece of Pokemon history getting opened here, guys. Okay. Oh, there's a Sandshrew in here. Look at that. You like Sandshrew? Maybe you'll pull him. Oh, looking good. Okay, I like that. Looking nice and clean. Okay. Where am I storing these anyways? I'll just put that over there for now. Ooh. Let's try and get this centered. Okay, you guys ready? Sandshrew's cute. CS Man, first one in the pack. You ready? So this should give you an uncommon card. Okay. Oh, that's a rare, actually. That is a rare, which means this is a light pack. But guess what? You pull a beautiful Arcanine, and that's going to be a pretty valuable card anyways. Okay, good. Since you have so many cards, let me set this over here by Mr. Trump. Now don't touch that Arcanine. All right, so Blake Santoro is next. Oh, does that mean Blake just pulled the reverse? Oh, so if that was the rare, this might indeed be the reverse holo. He might have just sniped you out of the reverse. You got the rare spot. He might have got the reverse spot. Oh, no, you're not going to like that. It's looking like that's what just happened. I can tell by the colorations on the cards. Here's CS Man. Let's see. Damn it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, you're lucky, though. Your non-holo rare card, Arcanine, is, wow. So your Arcanine's going to be a very good rare card, at least. So you got that going for you. Here's Murkrow. Here's CS Man pulling. Ready? Okay. Curlia. Very nice. Okay. Here's CS Man. There's a reason people who know how to get into the good stuff on this channel, they get into the Sandstorm break. Here's Shroomish. Blake Santoro knew to go into this because it's a big deal. That could, just to be clear, that could be Umbreon right there, guys. That could be Umbreon. And Blake knows that there's a chance for that. That's why he takes a shot at it. And lots of you guys are like, nah, I'll just go open, you know, My Little Pony, Hello Kitty, Tropical Island. Here's Beatrice taking a shot. Beatrice, you're going to get a common, and this common is going to be... Oh, ooh, Trapinch. Okay, Trapinch isn't too crazy. Let's see. I hope it's an Umbreon. Yeah, well, I do too, to be honest. Even though I would like it to go to Mr. CS Man because he bought 6 of the 9 spots. The thing is, I hope anyone gets it because we want to get a little recording. Here it is, Beatrice. Okay. The back is chill. Set this over here. You never know with these cards, you know. Darren Thompson. Mr. Darren. So it sounds like to me you are going to get that little Sandshrew in the front. Ooh, Aaron. Nice. That's Darren Thompson. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, everyone who jumped in to get this pack moved so we could have a fun night. Appreciate it. You know, when you guys place an order, it makes the show. So your order, you don't have to just think of it as like, oh, I'm trying to, you know, profit or something off of opening the right packs. You could just look at it as, what do I want to do tonight to make this show really fun to watch? Here's CS Man. Well, we know what the last two cards are. They're both CS Man. Yes, they are. Now, let's see what you got. Okay. Looking nice, man. The cards are honestly really nice looking. The centering's nice. Let's see what we have here. Spearow, very nice. Look at that. I love the drawing style here. And then we know what this is. This is that beautiful Sandshrew. There he is. All right. So, I'll toss this now. Hey, what's up, Russ? Let's take a quick look. We got Sandshrew, Spearow, Shroomish, Kirlia, which is pretty neat. I love the Murkrow, and then Arcanine. Very nice. Boy, could you imagine pulling that Arcanine as a reverse holo? That would be nuts, man. That could come out of here as a reverse holo. A reverse holo will include all cards like this one. So it's a possible reverse holo in here. If that graded 10 as a reverse holo, I bet it'd be like $1,000. Arcanine. I would list it at 1,000. If there's even, you know, 30 of those for sale, I'd be surprised. 30 of those ever graded 10. Now, all right, Blake, you had a decent round today, Blake. I felt like sometimes it was a little on the colder side. Let's see what this holo is, though. This is going to turn your luck around tonight. Ah, it's a beautiful reverse holo Eevee. Check that out, everybody. That's so nice. It's, you know, CS Men, here's what's crazy to me is how many people did not jump in here when it's right in front of them, the option to open the Sandstorm pack. Anyone could have pulled this Eevee, but everyone was hesitating to jump in, and it was such a good card. Such a good card. So the centering's really good on that one. We are. Blake, if you want to send this off, I can, I'll put this in the Cool Kids box for you for now. Such a good card, man. You know, Mike's side's definitely going to make a clip of that. Beautiful. We know better to jump in. We are. Mr. CS Man. Oh, I started writing the wrong name down. Mr. Blake Santoro. Blake Santoro. Well, you know, not every pack ends happily ever after, does it? But, like, we just opened a Team Rocket pack English the other day, and that was a heavy Raichu pack, you know? So I don't know what it is, but I swear to God, we get some pretty good luck on these vintage packs. Yes. All right. Good. PokeNostalgia says this card is $3,000 last sold as a PSA 10. How's the back look? So he is pretty close to a 10. I will say that these corners up here could give him a problem. So look at that one. And then look at this one. So that could be a 9. But even as a 9, that could be a decent chunk of money as a 9. We are. Ooh, beautiful. And then you never know. Maybe they just turn it into a 10. You never know. Mr. has some good runs with heavy. Definitely a 9, maybe an 8. Nah, not an 8. Bit of a dent. I didn't see a dent. I'm not seeing a dent. We are. What is your next vintage pack going to be? Yeah, that's the fun part. We have to pick a new vintage pack. All right. Okay, we'll set this over here. Ugh. Whew. How do we enter? It says Gaming Central, AUS. Well, basically, you'll just send a payment over PayPal, ZELLE, crypto. We also have an app called Weiss. For people who are international, you can use the app called Weiss. It looks good. Hard to see up close on Vert. So, let's see. The next booster pack. What shall it be? Let me go look into it. Give me a second here. Let's stand up. Ooh, these are cool. Delta species, huh? Probably Delta species. Let's see. Ooh. There's jungle. I want to do something we haven't done. Here's a light pack from an old break that we had. This could be interesting. Let's take a quick look into this one. All right. That's an old price. Let's take a look into, what is that, Neo Revelation? All right, so give me one moment. That is an old price tag, okay? Is that in English? Yeah, it's in English. Well, I don't know. That might be too expensive. Might not be worth it. I feel like that's too expensive and it will have trouble moving. Dang, why did that Gyarados get a 2? Must have had some problems. Let's see. Looking around. This well, Holland Phantoms. Ugh. We could actually do another Sandstorm. That's possible. Maybe we do a black and white. How many cards are in here? Is it 5 cards? That's not enough. And what the hell is this turned backwards? What is going on with this? This is like turned backwards or something. Give me a second here, guys. There's like the standard Japanese packs. Call of Legends. Rocket. Rocket's always good. Heart Gold, So Silver. Power Keeper. I honestly can't pick. I say we do a Japanese jungle. I like Japanese jungle. I feel like this is a solid booster pack opening with a chance for a holographic Evolution and a chance for a holographic Snorlax. Plus, I like the price. The price is right. There we go. Do a somewhat cheap one so I can buy it out. Oh, well, you're in luck because the jungle pack here is one of the lesser expensive ones. Now, this is a heavy pack. That's because it's always heavy. So it's easy to say it's heavy. Okay. Here we are. Ah, we have a fresh jungle break. A jungle break will be 10 spots with the guaranteed heavy card in there. Holographic. Okay. Now we get the fun job of trying to choose a price on it. Wow. Oops. Okay, so it's going to be $36 a spot. Crazy. Let's get it. Oh, that's the last one. Last sticker. All right. And there was a time period where this pack was so much cheaper. And they just keep going up. The interesting part is it's not like it's about to go backwards in price. It really is just going to get worse from here, isn't it, guys? Okay. Bought it out, says CS Men. He's buying it out. He wants to open up a pack of jungle. Cool. So what we'll do is get that open for you, and then we'll probably get another one. So now, if you're really, truly buying that out, let me go get another jungle pack, okay? Give me a moment. Okay. He says, I want to open up some jungle packs. I don't blame you, man. All right. There we go. I don't know what is in it that I just bought it. Oh, there's good stuff in here, man. There's like a Red Cheeks Pikachu, Jungle Pikachu. There's Eevee, there's Jigglypuff, there's Cubone. Those are just the commons. So, okay, we'll restock this in a minute. Let's go ahead and service the Discord channel with my cards, please. All right, so what we do, he just purchased. Do me a favor, CS Man, send me a message on Discord, okay? Send me a message. Go ahead and duplicate this channel. It's going to be called CS Man. All right. So we have a channel called CS Man. And I might be able to find you in here anyways. Or not. Yeah, send me a message in Discord server. We will get you set up with a channel for pictures. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. And so I'll set that up for you live because you just paid for it, okay? He just paid to have a channel in Discord that only he can see where we post pictures of the cards. All right. Okay. Here it is. So, who can access this channel? Yes, good. Okay. So, and now I'm going to ping you from the channel. And what we're going to have to do is grab all your stuff and take pictures of it. Okay, there you go. I pinged it in the Discord server, so you should be able to see that channel. Cool. Miss Six says 2 gem 2s. All right. There we go. So, 2 gem 2s. Let's get it. Ugh. I like these packs. I miss seeing them open on here all the time like we did in 2023. Here we are. So this is Miss 6. This is quite the unique way of selling cards. I've never seen anything like this. I got to say, it's intriguing. It says Living Dirty. What? There you go. I've never seen anything like this. All right, so Miss 6. Let's see. Here's Sleeveon. Eee! Look at that Sylveon. And here's Leafeon. Masterball Leafeon. So nice. Boink. All right. No crazy AR snipe. Love these Gem 2 packs. The Gem 2 packs are serious business, man. Those exclusives make big dollars. There we go. Now we have Mr. CS-Man look at the Arcanine and then send it to PSA. Okay, so let's grab your box. CS-Man is ordering a pre-grade. Why don't I help you out a little bit? So you want it sent out to PSA. You can also send these to Tag. Tag Grading will grade them if you want to, and it's a little cheaper with them. If you prefer PSA, that's fine. We are just letting you know that. Now, let's take a quick look. Okay, so my immediate thought is that it's a borderline card because it's thicker on the right than it is on the left. But it's close. It's actually pretty close. Might have a shot. I mean, if you hold it by this corner, I would say that's pretty close to borderline. Okay. All right, let's flip it around. Ah, but your bigger problem will be this white dot on the back. So CS-Man, with that little white dot, I'd say this card is solidly in the 8 to 9 range. There you are. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the Arcanine. Grab this. Actually, Tag. That's actually not a bad idea on a card that you don't think will grade 10 to send it to Tag instead and save a little money. Okay, so you have $10 left over now. Now, let's take a quick look at all your cards just for fun, okay? So I'll do a quick look-see. I like Sandshrew. It's got maybe a half dots on the bottom corners here. Good centering on the Spearow. Spearow's close. He might have a shot. Very tiny half dot on that upper corner. Here's Shroomish. It's always the card you don't want that grades 10, you know. Shroomish with the half dot up here. Curlia. Slide off centering on the front. Real close. Again, just a tiny half dot up on that corner. And then Murkrow. I believe Murkrow suffers from a greater off-centering issue than the other ones do. This one looks just a bit too off-center. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And it's the one that has the clean corners. No half dots on the corners. Isn't that terrible? So out of all of them, I think Spearow stood out. Yeah, I would say these are all about 9.5s. This one's a 9. Which one's a 9? This one's definitely a 9. Curly is a 9. Yeah, Curly is a 9. Shroomish is, I'd say 9.5 on Shroomish, but why grade Shroomish? Shroomish is the one not worth grading. Spearow's close, man. He's a 9.5 plus. So Spearow's 9.5 plus, and then Sandshrew, he's 9.5. So this is probably your closest one is this Spearow. And then it goes Sandshrew right afterwards. There you are. Drunk Grader will be 10s. Trust. This Eurobeat is perfect for drifting in Toyota AE86. I might send the Sandshrew because I like that Pokemon, but I don't know. We are. Very good. If you do, it'll be a fun experiment to see how he returns. You know, if he was to return as a 10, that'd be really interesting. But he probably won't. We are, because grading companies are pretty tough. They're pretty tough. They don't want to mess around with anything that isn't truly a 10. Okay. I'm going to hit refresh. The Spearow is great. Yeah, it's a cool artwork, isn't it? It is a cool artwork. Yeah, we do have a Zachary M. Stekowski order. 5 journeys together. Do I have more? Oh, I got to go get more. Okay, so 5 journey together. Let me go get them. I'll be right back. This is called Eurobeat Remix. It actually is Eurobeat. All right, I got myself some fresh drink too. Here we are. Whew. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ta-da. Mr. Zach. Mr. Zach. Let's get it. Show us the drink. Here we are. It's Grey Goose. When are you going to get AI tech for your grading? My grading company uses AI technology. You know, if I got like a software where it's like a picture imaging software and it's just some third-party app, I could make the claim that we use AI grading pretty quickly, couldn't I? Because technically it's an AI software. And so that's why I always felt AGS's argument about AI grading, AI grading, AI grading. I always felt that that was a weak, bad argument. We are. All right. In an overcrowded grading company environment. There we go. Who's keeping AGS alive at this point? How's that company still rolling? We got Wailord, Mamoswine. Look at that Mamoswine. Are the cards in the background available for purchase? They are. A Goose's Gray. Regirock. Lidar Scan. Here's Volcanion. Ooh. Ta-da. Come on, Mr. Zach. Butt free. ARs are nice slabs. AGS are A. Metagross, Tyranitar, very nice. ARS, is that the Japanese company? I know there's a Japanese company that does grading now. I don't know. That Japanese company, I wanted to buy some slabs from them, but when I looked really carefully at what they were passing as 10s, I was like, hell no, dude. They're passing obvious 9s as 10s, which is sort of what I'm wondering if CGC is doing that. You know, CGC was famously stingy when it came to grading. There we go. All right. Thank you, Mr. Zach. That was Zach's round. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate. Do you still sell bulk boxes? Sort of. The problem is I'm all sold out of them. Here's Vaporeon. There's a guy who kind of buys them up, and so I don't really want to sell any more than I have. Robert Hernandez, 10 Japanese OP11s. He makes it easy because he just buys a whole bunch of it, and then I just get rid of it really fast. So 10 Japanese OP11. Ooh, OP11, huh? That was the reddish box, was it not? It was a reddish box. He makes it easy. All right. Ooh. Any XY packs for sale? We did do an Ancient Origins break that went off the other day, and then we also have an XY Ancient Origins box break. Excuse me. Hold on. Where's the microphone mute on this? Here it is. Ah, there we go. Okay. So Ancient Origins, $350. It's pricey, but it is a sealed booster box. So you're getting in here. None of the packs have been weighed. You don't have to worry about being the guy who buys somebody else's garbage packs off of eBay. And it's just a lovely thing. It's going to be very special. It's going to be very nice to be in the box break. And so we're trying to get this filled up. It's about halfway done, the box break, Ancient Origins box break. Here we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I remember you were talking about bulk being too much labor. Good you have a bulk guy. He's not necessarily the bulk guy. It's just that he consistently comes in and buys a whole bunch of it in an agreement that we've made. I guess he is my bulk guy. You could call him the bulk guy. And you know what's weird? He's not even a card shop as far as I can tell. He's just this guy who loves cards. That's it. He just loves them. I've talked to him a little bit. Okay. Can we get a case break in the future for EB3? EB3, huh? When does EB3 come out? Okay, you ready? Ancient Origins used to be $350 a box. Well, yeah, well, it probably used to be $100 a box. There we go. And here we go. Very nice. Bulk guy is secretly Bill Gates. Do you have Topps wrestling cards? They are. All right. Here's a holo. Here's... You did it! That's the SP! Yay! Wait, is it called an SP or an SR? It's called an SR. I'm sure he's making a lot of money since a lot of bulk is now worth more than $1. Maybe, I don't know. I try to make sure he gets something because he buys them like 20 boxes at a time. And it's just like, whoa. So he does make it easier on me. And my goal is to just get rid of it. I don't like to hold on to it. It piles up. You know, there's this urge to throw it away, actually. So here we are. He has made it so that I don't have to worry about that as much anymore. Wow, Robert, that was a tough round, actually. Bulk is worth billions. Do you charge shipping on bulk boxes? I mean, sort of, yeah. Sort of baked into the price. All right, Mr. Robert. Mr. Robert. Think of the children. It's not that good, in my opinion. Let's see. Ooh. Very nice. Oh. Does he take your code cards and energy too? Maybe he's the one who grades energy cards. Codes! You got any free codes, mister? Yeah, he doesn't ask for any of it to be sorted. He said he's a guy with autism and he loves to sort the cards. And that's it. And I kind of believe him because I can't imagine what he could possibly be doing with this stuff. And he just gets everything. He gets Korean Pokemon. He gets Dragon Ball. He never complains. Actually, he says he likes it when he gets the girl cards because he likes seeing how sexy they are. And I was like, all right. But he never complains about what he gets. And so he just gets whatever it is. And he buys them in a large round. And then he gets them cheaper because he does that. Because then I can just quickly pack them and get them out. He also doesn't live too far away from me, which is another way that works out because the shipping cost is lower. We are? Ooh. All right. This reminds me of He-Man. There we go. I'm going to take it as a no to the wrestling stuff. That's not real wrestling. This is what real wrestling looks like. Sir, you can just get your gay porn and get on out of here. Oh, look at this. That's not the line. What was the line? You can take your gay porn and just get out. There it is. Exadrian. Here it is. Ooh. Ta-da. So, you were here yesterday, and you got this. Haha. Thank you, Exadrian. It's not real wrestling. Now, if we hit click on this. Okay, so where's CS Man? Here it is. Here it is. Oh. Here it is, everybody. CS Man has ordered one whole pack of jungle in a minute. So no worrying about anyone sniping you because you're just buying the whole thing outright. Are you ready? No more cries. Okay, looking good. See, they have a double layer. There's a plastic layer and there's a foil layer on these old original packs. It's really annoying, actually, because you have to make sure you clear both. There we go. Looking good. On the way out, the cards are going to want to catch on that. All right, so you ready? Let me snipe. So this card in my hand is going to be your holographic card. It could be really good or it could be really bad. These are going to be your commons. Let's flip them around. It's Pokeball. Let's tilt this a little bit this way, make it easier. There it is, Red Cheeks Pikachu. This is one of the top pulls in here. He's not even a rare card. He's just Pikachu. People love Pikachu. People go tits up for Pikachu. Here's Parasect. Ooh. Here's Godin. Blossom? No. Bellsprout. There we go. Gotta up my dementia meds. Here's Weeping Bell, the suck Pokemon. My favorite Pokemon. Here's Meowth. That's me. And underneath that, underneath me is all the Pokemon. Here's Nidoran, female. And here's Buttfree, which is a really nice uncommon card. If you really think about it, this card is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous illustration. All right, remind you of the past. Now, here's that Pikachu. Okay. We are going to reveal his rare card here. You guys excited for that? Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, Mr. CS Man. You're going to jump. You're going to scream. You're going to cry. You're going to be like, I can't believe I pulled it. That was my chase that I really wanted. There you are. Okay, here's Parasect. So even if this card's no good, you've got all these commons to work with for making some of your value back. What the hell? That was like a bad sleeve. Okay, bad sleeves go to the trash can. Okay. Oh. What do we got? Ah! It's so good! Beautiful Jolteon from the Jungle Packs. That's what you guys would have gotten if you hadn't bought the whole thing out. So that would have been a Jolteon that round. That's a top pull. He's really beautiful. I'm liking the centering here. I think you might have a shot. Yeah, I'm liking the centering. Really good looking. Slightly lower on the bottom, but only slightly. So you know, they allow that. They allow the slide off centering for a 10. Okay. You might have a shot. Let's go grab this sleeve. Send to AGS ASAP. Quick! AGS grading. They've got AI. They said so in their commercial. All right. Oh, lovely. Very nice. So, where do you want to send this? You should send it. Yeah, send it to TCC grading. Okay, all these are yours too, including this little Pikachu. Now, let me take a look at this Pikachu for you. Are you ready? All right, your Pikachu's a bit off center. Look at that corner. See that corner? See how he's real fat on the right? He's a bit off center. He's still a really lovely card, so don't get rid of him. But he's probably going to grade 9 or 8. He's not going to reach that super desirable 10. Maybe he will be in the next pack, and that one will grade 10. Still on the fence about tag. Gonna finally get one in to look at it. All right, sounds good, man. Well, we are a certified tag dealer. Did you guys know that? I applied, and they had me sign a contract. We are. They said, we would like you to go ahead and do this, and you will sign a contract, and then we will do business together. We are. Ooh. And so we have tag grading, middleman grading. I'll send the card off for you, and we do that for $30 a card. I feel will look good in tag. I'm waiting for the Logan brothers to open up an LGS, Logan Grading Services. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that'll happen. Wow, that is really nice. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this stream, and we're going to head over to stream clips. We're going to say CS Man pulls an awesome jungle pack. 107 minutes in. There we go. The tag definitely looks nice, but feels too light. What? What are you talking about? It's not light at all. Here it is. All right, let's see. Where's my weight? Where's my scale? Ah, here it is. That's one of the things that stands out about tag right away is that it's a heavier slab. Let me put in a sleeve first. All right, let's see. You ready? So it's got it at 65 grams. Okay, good. Now. Oh, look. 45 grams. Wow. Much heavier. What is that, 50% heavier? But actually, we should go ahead and grab one of those BGS slabs. You just mentioned them. So let's get a BGS slab. All right, so there's BGS. Oh, look, it's the same card. But BGS gave me a stinky 9.5. Thanks, BGS. Now, BGS might be the heaviest one. BGS 74. And we can also weigh CGC, since we're doing this experiment right now. Where can I get a CGC slab? I know there's going to be one near me, right? Okay, here's a CGC slab with the Gengar on it. Good. CGC weighing at 66. So CGC and tag weighing about the same. Okay, so there you have it, folks. BGS a little bit heavier, PSA a lot lighter. Actually, what's fascinating is the weight difference between a BGS slab and a PSA slab. The BGS slab is almost double the weight of a PSA slab. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, that's not so prominent here. Okay, hold on. One more measurement. One more measurement. That's the new PSA slab. One more measurement. Don't go anywhere. Okay, even with the new PSA slab, it's only weighing in at 58. Well, PSA's light. Their material's not as heavy. They have a lighter material. There you have it. That would make an interesting clip too, actually, weighing the different slabs out. Let me mention that. Okay, so the official weights go something like PSA is the lightest at 45. Then PSA, the new slab, is the second lightest. Then it goes tag slab and CGC are pretty close. It was like 6.6 and 6.5. And then after that, BGS has the lead at 74. I get to choose where we start from. PSA made in China. Do any of them not make their slabs in China? Here we are. I thought I heard once upon a time that the BGS or the CGC slabs are made in America. Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not. Does CSman say he wants... Mr. I'm worried that I have too many submissions in different grading companies, so some of my cards will be forgotten. That's not true. No, it won't. No, it won't. I've been doing this for 6 years. None of your cards will be forgotten. We have a whole system. I think what you need to do is just get ready for when I do the next round, the next submission round. Just check, you know, the Discord server, and you will see your cards show up there when they go out. But let me place this over here for the moment. All right, cool. Now, the next break. Tag is All-American. I don't know how true that is. Did you do my order already? We are. Let me think. I don't think I have. I don't think I've done yours yet. We had a couple big orders here. I'm broke now. I can't buy this one out. So there it is. We have this round is ready to go. $36 to buy in. And let's go ahead and jump over here. So now we have Mr. Mark J. Valerian, 2 packs of Gem 2 for $6. What? All right, you got it, man. 2 packs for $6. Mr. Mark. The American grading tag. Hey, mister, I got a random comment above. I took a video of a slug in DC tonight. Took a close-up on its pneumostome opening and closing. We are. All right. Very nice. You're looking at slug penis? Let's see. What do we got? You did it! That's Umbreon! That's the chase! Miss Six getting a lovely 2 boosters from Mr. Mark J. Valerian. Okay, and there is Umbreon. 2 Master Balls. That's nice. Tossing that. I make a playlist anytime I make an order, so I have a record of it. That seems to help. Oh. It's the slug's butt cheeks, basically, or airway. The butt cheeks. All right, let's see. We're pulling this out because you're going to have $15 tick up here. This is going to say $260. All right. Lovely. Grammar. Oh, a nice Flareon. Cool. Now, let's start taking a look at the refreshed line. Let's see where we're at now. Okay. No Venmo orders. No ZELLE orders. We got PayPal orders. CSman says, send the Sandshrew and Spearow to tag. I have the $10 left over. Okay. We're going to prepare this. You should consider moving to Northern Virginia. You know, I did I created like a gigantic AI prompt to help me choose where to live based on my personality type. And I was surprised that the AI told me I should consider moving to Washington, D.C. It said, you kind of like politics. You should move to Washington, D.C. I was like, I never really thought about that. I could just go and be in Washington, D.C. That's interesting. But what would I do? I wouldn't get involved with anything. I'm doing Pokemon, man. It is. So that's just the AI saying AI things, in my opinion. All right. Now I'm going to the Smoky Mountains. I'm going to drink moonshine and open Pokemon cards. With chicks. Now we haven't made a choice. Reno looks nice, though. Reno is very tempting. Reno is tempting. Tennessee is tempting. Certain places in Tennessee are very tempting. We're still thinking about Dallas, Texas, which is sort of like a big city move. It is. And Orlando, Florida, which is maybe one of the scarier options. We really are concerned about potential hurricanes. Okay. CS Man and CS Man. Not to be confused with CS Woman. Real estate would be a solid investment. We are. Okay. All right. Remember, there's also an option where we just stay here and maybe we just buy a little home in a place like Kansas City and we just travel to our own home on the weekends or something. Okay, CS Min says Pikachu and Jolteon to PSA and inspection. All right. So we gave you that inspection. There you go. There's that Pikachu. Here's a nice one to consider. This butt free is really nice. He has some slide off centering though. Any other ones? Let's see. They're all slightly off center in the same way. Here. Let's get that Pikachu set off. You already did the inspection. Tennessee, you're the only 10 I see. Here. Move to Dallas and I'll visit you. Dallas, convince me about Dallas. Here are some things we're scared about with Dallas. We're scared that sort of like the nature geography isn't what it could be if we move to some spectacular place. You know, we could move to Montana by Glacier National Park. That's an option for us too. Glacier National Park, the houses around there are actually still somewhat affordable. That'd be neat. Of course, that's kind of a colder place. Spokane, Washington is an option. They got like the Redwood Forest and all that or something like that. Alpine, I don't know. There we go. Reno near Lake Tahoe. That is an option. Leonhardt is in Dallas. What? Leonhardt's in Dallas? That's it. I know where I'm going. Next up, we have Ricardo Gutierrez. One spot in the Law Manga break. You got it, Mr. Ricardo. All right. Okay. I think you're new. Gutierrez. Boop. Let's go find this manga break. Mega M2. Okay. So the way this break works, it doesn't go off until all 14 spots are sold. Currently, we're up to 8 spots. That means 6 are left. There we go. Let me show you who's in there with you, Ricardo. Whipple, Andres, Bill, Zach, Asmer, and Steve, and Gonzalez. So that's who's in there with you. Here's how it works, Ricardo. One guy pulls the slab. Your odds are 1 in 14. Everyone else will get a common Pokemon card. So that will be your pull is a common Pokemon card if you missed the slab. Okay. It's a nice manga. Love to see it go off one day. Bend, Oregon is nice. Las Vegas. You really should get a shelf for more cards up top. Yeah, that could work. More shelves, more cards up top. Let's see. We're looking for a Christine Andrews order, but I do not see Christine Andrews. PDX, you said you had an order. Is that right? I'm assuming it was made on PayPal. I don't see it. So let me log directly into PayPal and go look it up. I hate OP. What is the music? I'm going to skip this one. Epic Divine Neo-Egyptian AI music. Okay. It's Amir. What's up, Amir? How's it going, man? Reno's growing fast. Money's coming in, says Fork Tender. That's what I've heard. Hey, it says sales volume is up 18% lately. That's kind of nice. What do you think triggered that? Here it is. All right. Ah, here it is. It says here you ordered 5 rocket packs and I have a bag. Did we potentially already do this one? It doesn't look like it. Here's Christine's bag. No, I don't think we did that one. All right. So 5 rocket packs. You got it. How are you? I'm doing great. How are you? All right. So, Team Rocket. Bloiston off again. Tossing it. And we need another box of it. Do I have another box of it? That'd be nice. I might have to stand up and get more. Yep, time to go get more Team Rocket. All right, here we are. I brought 4 boxes in. Okay. Move this back over. Oops. Let's move this back over here. Good. Boop. Boop. You guys want to see the whole table? Look at that. That's the whole table. Wow, it's so nice. Remember back in the day when I streamed with the whole table? That was cool. Actually, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. Okay, that way the camera does not die midstream. That would be nice for it to stay alive. And now we have to put these somewhere. Let's put them here, here, and let's open this one up. If I win the OP slab, I'm going to drill it. You better not! There you are. You better not. Tossing that. Can't allow that. What kind of phone are you using? The BlackBerry. It's a BlackBerry. Good old BlackBerry. Good. All right. Marshall Weber says hi. Hey. Let's go ahead and sneak this. This is for Christine Andrews. All right. Sneak. Ooh. Let's see, let's see. Here's Nidoking. Cold. Spot Ups. Cold. And Golback. How'd you meet your best friends in life, and what made you enjoy them? Well, these are some good questions. Let's see. Well, I guess I had different times in my life. I made some really close homeschooler friends when I was younger, and we enjoyed each other's company because we enjoyed talking about like philosophical ideas at the time. Even at a young age, we enjoyed conversation, and especially difficult conversation. Here we are. So we would get into like thought, you know what I mean? And we would go on the pro-life march together, and there'd be these really long bus drives. And we'd be on the bus stuck together for like 20 hours, driving from Missouri to Washington, D.C. And we'd really get to know each other really well. So one day I would run away from home when I was like 17, and I never talked to them again. Lost complete contact with them. But a couple of them, we did say hi like once or twice more afterwards. We are? All right. So now we have a 7 Dusenberry order. Ooh. Box of OP13. All right. Grabbing this. So that was pretty tough. Sort of lost all your friends when you left home situation. I didn't lose them. It's just what I was doing would have been so bizarre to the highly conservative, highly Catholic homeschoolers. You know, leaving home like that's a pretty bizarre move. So it feels like you can't talk to them about it. All right. Plus, you know, none of them knew that there was an enormous amount of abuse going on in my family. None of them knew that. And so it's kind of hard to talk to people who looked at you a certain way and be like, actually, my family's crazy. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to talk to people about that kind of stuff. Oh, why did I leave home? Just felt like it. There we go. And then I made new friends. After I left home. I made new friends at Target. I made a lot of friends. So I got a job at Target, and it's just one of those scrappy starter jobs. And there's so many nice people working retail. Just normal people. Maybe people who are in bad situations, too. There were a couple people in bad situations. There was an Asian dude named Silver. I remember him. And he had a really bad situation going on for him as well. There was another guy named Eddie. I think I've talked about Eddie multiple times on this channel. Eddie. There we are. Poor Eddie. There we go. But I made a lot of friends at Target. I was a friendly guy who made friends. And one of the guys who I became good friends with, though, his name was Dave. And I actually mentioned him earlier this stream. And he and I got an apartment together, right? And he and I liked to debate. So we liked to do all kinds of debate. And he was into, like, studying religion. And I knew how to debate religion really well. And so we would debate religion all the time. We debate religion, we debate politics, and I think we really respected and enjoyed each other's company because of the fun conversations, fun and difficult conversations. Here we are. And he would invite me all over the place, and it was really cool. So we'd go out to like coffee shops, and he was a live musician. So he'd play music live, and it was a really nice thing. Here we are. And I met a lot of girls that way because girls like to hang around guys who play music. Silver is the name of a guy. No, I guess I didn't know his real name. He called himself Silver. That was his name, was Silver. And he was an Asian dude, and he did Target. And on the side, he drew naked people and uploaded that for money. So that was his other job. I worked with Mr. at the Coca-Cola delivery business. I trained him for a few days. Yeah, those were the days. All right, Sarah, you ready? You was a master debater. Oh, yeah, I'm a master debater. Mom, I got to debate these college girls. I'm master debating. All right. I know what that is, mister. To the public, you seem like a normal family. Behind closed doors is mayhem. Yeah, really severe. It is. Yeah, it's weird because it's like a double identity, really. Ooh. Ooh. You have like this public appearance to keep up, and then, you know, how do you tell everyone it's all a lie? And that it's actually very crazy at home. Here it is. Did you pulled a red manga? No, not us. No, you might be thinking of the other guy. His name's TheCardconomist. What was the religious or spiritual background of your childhood? My family was extremely conservative, and it was a Catholic conservative. Here it is. So I was raised Catholic. There we go. And my parents were like super Catholics. Here we are. All right. And we knew a lot of other super Catholic families. Okay. And there we have it. Does he do extra stuff with the people that he drew? I don't know. It was a long time ago. Well, back then I was so young and so innocent. I thought he was kind of a creepy guy. Here we are. But, you know, he was cool. He was fun, actually. All right. He had a friend, and they kind of hung out together at Target a lot, and you got to know them. They were both really nice. You met a lot of nice people at Target. People would come and go, too, you know. Okay, lovely Miss Sarah. That's that TCC guy. Yeah, he's some kind of guy who opens cards or something like that. Children's cards. Okay, put this in the front like this. Sarah pulling the top hat man. What about your siblings? What are they like? Do you have much contact? I have one sister who I talk to maybe once a year over like Facebook, and I'll be like, "Who died?" That's about it. The other siblings, I just almost never talk to them. It's close to not at all. Some of them I haven't talked to in 18 years. Here we are. I heard that TCC guy got a non-holo Dragonite era one time. Oh man, that's crazy. I wish I could pull that. Let's see. That card's not even good. That card sucks. And anyone who owns it sucks. Here's Philip R. Adonato 6 Glory of Team Rocket. Ooh, that sounds like the Japanese version of it. Give me a second. Let's see. We'll grab this. And we'll grab this. Okay. Okay. And we need 6 of these. I once worked with a guy named Derek at Target. Really nice and down to earth. There. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I was a bit of a jokester. When I was working at Target, I liked to just joke and tease a lot. I got older and I got a lot more boring. Here we are. That was the thing when I started dating. Right after I started dating, you know, I went through like all this personality development. It's really interesting. That's why when I meet couples and they're really young, I always think to myself, it's like, what are the odds you actually stay together? The odds got to be low because neither of you really know who you are yet. Here's Moltres. Here's Blaziken. Practice boyfriend, practice girlfriend. Where did you take your wife on her first date? Oh, yeah. So I had it all planned out. I had worked for Coca-Cola for 2 years before I met her, and my job was to drive places. I drove all over. And as a result, I knew all these really cool locations. And so I was really good at knowing where I could take her to have a lot of fun and show her places she'd never seen before. So I took her to this really cool place called Klondike Park. It's on the way to a place called Washington, Missouri. And Washington, Missouri is this more remote city over a bridge, and there's like a Missouri River on it. And Klondike Park, you take this really awesome winding road, and it's got these super old, extremely German towns in it, just really small towns that Germans settled a long time ago because the lake or the river there reminded them of the Rhine Valley. That was the reason. And so if you're going through that area, there's all these towns with German names like Dutzau or something like that. And all these shops are kind of Germanish. And then there's just wine everywhere. So the whole drive is wine. And it's this really windy, fast road. It goes like, you're supposed to go 50 miles an hour because it's all winding crazy. But I swear people go 75. And by people, I mean me. So, once you have the road memorized. So I'm zipping around, on this backwards windy road through like these little German towns. I take her to Klondike Park. There's this massive cliff that you're not allowed to walk up to. There's all these signs that say, stay away from the cliff. And I say, all right, we're ignoring the signs. And I took her right to the edge of the cliff and we walked along the cliff. It was super cool. So that was our first date. Then I took her into Washington, Missouri, where I took her to Bread Company, and she just had a fantastic time. Okay, Mr. Phillip. Let's see. Here we are. All right, so it was pretty easy, actually, taking her out. It was pretty easy. She was easy to impress. Here we are. Sounds like Leavenworth, Washington. I'm sure Leavenworth is more exciting. But yeah, it's really interesting. Missouri is settled by German and Irish settlers. And so there's some really old kind of countryside places that never really changed demographics. It's just all German. Like where I proposed to her in a town called Herman, Missouri, and is famous for hosting Oktoberfest in Missouri. And it's like this super old town that never changed. You can actually look it up. It's called Herman, Missouri. Really, really pretty. They host a big Oktoberfest every year. A lot of people come down from St. Louis and other areas. And it's just really awesome. And some of the families there that run some of the big, businesses here in Missouri, they all have German last names, like the Schnucks family, the Deerbergs family. And they own property in Herman. And then they just, because they're vastly wealthy, they just like fix it up and build stuff. So it's super cool. Mr. Julio, 2 Gem 2s. All right, you ready? But yeah, so Oktoberfest, it's a very fun time. German ski town and candy shop. I have seen Leavenworth. Yes, I've seen that. Karis and I have actually considered moving there. Yeah, Leavenworth is an option. We're worried Leavenworth would be fun for like 1 year, and then we would be like bored the way we're bored out here in Lake of the Ozarks. Okay, you ready? He says stamps, please. All right, nothing but stamps. Ready? Did you hear Trump saw a 2020 protest and wanted to send troops to Portland? We are. He probably says something every other day. You did it! That's the stamps! All right. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, I studied all the area around Leavenworth as well. We are. There's, what's it called? It's not cashew. It's called Kashmir. And then there's Wenatchee. And then also you can go north and south of Leavenworth. And if you go to the left of Leavenworth, it takes you into Seattle after a long drive. So we studied like every property in that whole area. I like to study the land. Like you can get maps that show you like the elevation levels. And so you can see where the exact mountain peaks are. And you know that the closer you are to that peak, the more valuable the land becomes. Mr. Julio, because Leavenworth is fascinating to me. Places like Leavenworth have perhaps the ability to do something similar to Jacksonville, Wyoming. Not Jacksonville, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And so we take that very serious because we wonder, Jackson Hole was this place where it was once affordable and now it's expensive. And my question is can we pick another place that's going to do something like that? Is it possible? And I don't know. It'd be really difficult to know what place to buy next. But certain places like Breckenridge and Telluride and Aspen and Jackson Hole, maybe Leavenworth. Those places seem to spike in values. Oh, here it is. The Christine Andrews 5 more rockets. Oh, 5 more rockets. 5 more. Okay, so you're just ordering more. I did probably still miss that first order. All right, you got it. Thank you. Washington taxes are going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly what I told Karis. I told Karis long run, even though they are technically a no tax state, I said, because it's a blue state, the taxes will go up anyways. I told her they will find a way to raise your taxes high anyways. So when you talk about a no tax state, you have to investigate everything. Texas pretends to be a no tax state as well, but they have outrageous real estate taxes that almost balance out. If you buy a big house in Texas, it's like there was no point in moving there. You didn't save any money on taxes. Now, if you buy a little house in Texas, different story. So you have that option to buy a cheap, smaller house. And then, yes, it is a tax savings to go to Texas at that point. The question is, do I want that? Or do I want to pile all of my real estate money together and try to buy something nice? You know, do I want to buy something nice? So, you know, if you buy $1 million home in Texas, the taxes are they're just stupidly high. And it's like, Jesus, why brag about the low taxes when you don't have them? We are? All right. Now, Tennessee, they do kind of have low taxes. And one state that has really decent low tax, Nevada. Because Nevada makes up for its taxes with tourism, which is very fascinating. You got Murkrow. You should do Reno. Yeah, Reno's really interesting. At first, I didn't like Reno, but I was researching Reno more lately, and I'm thinking, you know, they got a nice snowy winter. They got a nice hot summer for swimming in the outdoor water like a lake. They do have the alpine mountains, forest water with Lake Tahoe, but I imagine that Lake Tahoe gets super crowded. But there was this area south of Carson City that caught my eye. You know, I looked at Reno and I'd looked at Carson City many times, but I didn't think to look south of Carson City. And there's another place down there, and it's just another small city. It's a real small one this time. And they just got these gorgeous mountain homes. So now we're really looking at that. We're going, maybe we could get one of these out-of-the-way mountain houses and then just drive to the left towards southern Lake Tahoe. Sarah Dusenberry, 2 boxes OP13, but that one's on our radar. We're really interested in Reno and Tennessee right now. Reno and Tennessee. All right, so I believe we need more boxes. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Ta-da! All right. It's so difficult to choose, really, guys. There's so many other little places, like, how about Jacksonville, Florida? That place doesn't get as many hurricanes. What about Orlando, Florida? Lots of amusement parks. A drive to the ocean. Fewer hurricanes. What about Myrtle Beach? Myrtle Beach is cool. What about Myrtle Beach? All right. Salt Lake City, Utah, Boise, Idaho. It's actually tough. It's tough to choose one place. Are you fried? If you are, then it's chilled. What? Idaho is starting to be a good place, though right wing, and if you like nature, it's awesome. I'm too young for this. I'm getting mega stressed. What? What do you mean you're getting stressed? What's stressing you? Here we are. All right. Long line, says Sina Ashrar's out again. No, not a long line. Not a long line. Short line. Short line, guys. The line is short. I would not move to Leavenworth. Viva Las Vegas. Las Vegas is cool. I don't hate Las Vegas. I think I would miss the trees. I grew up around water and trees in Missouri. I would miss the trees a lot. And I like the water. The idea of living in a place that's the opposite of water kind of scares me a little bit. Also, the heat. You're like having a debate where to live. I just live where my parents tell me to live. Like, I got to do this stuff soon. Blank. Oh, it's not that complicated. I think I'm in a... So, CS Man, I have a unique situation where Karis and I can live anywhere in the US because we're both full remote. So we have a unique thing where we can try and pick the absolute smartest choice on where to move. And it's a daunting task. It's really daunting because you want to move places where the quality of life is high, the natural beauty is high, the amenities are high, the houses are going to appreciate the most. You ready, Miss Sarah? 2 boxes OP13 for Miss Sarah. You want to move to the place where the houses are going to appreciate the most. And we have this rare ability to just go anywhere. And so we should go to the right place, right? But what is that? It's really hard to say. It's hard to say, like, what if we prioritize just the house appreciation? Well, AI tends to think Dallas, Texas is the best shot at that because the houses are already so affordable and there's so many people still moving into Texas. So it says, well, it's going to have the industry, it's going to have the talent, it's going to have endless people moving into it. It's got a lot of land available to buy a nice house on at a low price. And, you know, and then there's taxes, but it says, hey, you know, maybe the people will vote to cap that property tax. So it's an interesting proposition. We are 17. We just had 17 types of rattlesnakes. Virgin on an island. We are. It's an Afshrozatican says hi. How's it going, man? Okay, place this over here. All right. I was studying California the other day. I also, I really, really like Hawaii. Hawaii is one of my favorite places, but the tax rate and the cost of living scares me. Oh, what do we have here? So we have Bubblegum Suit Girl, whose name I don't know. Look at that. She's got like a cane or something that shoots zappy beams. Ooh. I like the isolation of the Hawaiian Islands. They're far away from the mainland. It would be interesting to pack up all my Pokemon cards, ship them over to Hawaii, lock them up in some super vault on the island, and then just hang out there forever. However, that could come with potential downsides like volcanic activity, hurricanes, wasteful shipping prices, because I imagine shipping from Hawaii to New York is expensive. And there's a lot of people buying cards in New York. So, you know, there's challenges to Hawaii, whereas Dallas would be way lower income, zero income tax, cheaper home, cheaper cost of living, easy shipping all around America. So Dallas appears to be the more, you know, financially intelligent move, but now you're living in Dallas. So then you have to sit there and wonder, what do I value? Do I value the cost effectiveness of Dallas, or do I value trying to live by the beach in Hawaii? And that's one of the hardest questions to answer because you don't know what you value. Maybe living on the beach is only marginally nice, or maybe it's paradise. Yeah. All right, box number 2. Go to Puerto Rico. That's an option too. Is Puerto Rico's an option? It's an interesting option. Yeah. I think that people might be a little less excited to get cards from Puerto Rico because they might be a little nervous that maybe, like, if I had a listing on eBay that maybe it's not real or something. I don't know. We are. Now, Puerto Rico is an interesting option. There's some really beautiful homes out there. It was definitely a consideration in the past because I heard if you live on the Puerto Rican island, you get like a break from federal taxes. But then I looked into the exact details of how our business would operate, and it says, since we sell product into the other states, you cannot escape the federal tax. So there's no benefit of living in Puerto Rico with the federal taxes. And then on top of that, they do seem to have issues with natural disasters, but also with electricity. 2 things that I would be pretty concerned about. We are. Energy. So many different things you got to think about, mister. Not only your preferences on where you want to move, but security and how hard it is to get your product as far as shipping. Yeah, exactly. It's actually a really, there's many variables to it. And beauty is one, investability is another. Real estate property taxes are really sophisticated. Each state has many different laws about how the property taxes work. And so, you know, when you find a place, you almost have to take that address and plug it into AI and say, tell me what the property taxes on this building would be if I bought it today for $700,000. And then it'll start calculating that information. And you learn a lot more if you do that extra work. But then also, you kind of have to investigate, like, what's even in that area to do, right? Like, if you move into Dallas, you know everything's there. But let's say you actually wanted more specifics, like, is there even a Walmart nearby? Then you find out the nearest Walmart to that particular town is like 30 minutes. And you go, oh, so then I wouldn't move here, would I? And you just kind of shop endlessly. It's a little bit like shopping for Pokemon cards, but it's even trickier, I'd say. Just stay where you're at and get a new house. Yeah, so one option is to continue paying 5 point whatever % taxes to Missouri. That's our flat state tax. Okay, what do we have here? Stay in Missouri and buy a little St. Louis house or a little Kansas City house. And on some weekends, just go up to our second house and have a little weekend, you know? So we could have a little house like in Newtown, St. Charles, Newtown, and spend Saturday, Sunday up there. We could even get a streaming setup in a second house and then just arm the hell out of this house when we leave so that you can't get into this house while we're gone. Here we are. Yeah, those are options. But, you know, leaving Missouri to just to Tennessee would immediately net me 5% back on my income. And so it's like, well, there has to be a really good reason not to leave Missouri. Whoa, you went through the whole box, man. I was wondering where this was at. So that's the cover art. Look at that. Cool, man. All right. Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, you're a big supporter of the stream. I really appreciate you. Get a big house and renovate it to your liking. If Mr. comes to Korea, USA becomes international shipping. True. That could be a little bit of a problem, but maybe it wouldn't be too bad. I think the bigger problem is nowadays there's all these import fees that didn't exist. So I think that living outside the USA, I'd be punished for that. Trump's saying you got to stay in the US. I do like the idea of Switzerland, though. I like Switzerland a lot. It sings to my heart, Switzerland. Who wouldn't like Switzerland? Look at the mountains, man. But I love the little German medieval feel. I really love medieval feeling in any European country. It's one of my favorite things. We don't have that in America at all. It makes me sad. We need to make, I don't know, we need to make like underground vacuum trains that travel at like 700 miles an hour that can take you from like New York to London in, you know, in 3 hours or something. That'd be cool as hell. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, Miss Sarah Duzababa. Well, Miss Sarah, no manga around. By the way, we have a lot more cases of OP13. My second order of them came in, so we got plenty more to go. And I hear they are going up in price. I'm moving to Klondike Park. Did you like my story of Klondike? It's very pretty. We are. We could move to a place like Dutzow, Missouri. Dutzow, Missouri. Probably population 2,000 or something. Would you teleport? I'd try it. Aloha from Hawaii. How's it going? We get a lot of people from Hawaii, I noticed. We get a lot of people from Hawaii. Here's Espeon. You guys must like collecting cards over there. And here is Bowser. Okay. Do you have a shop? A physical shop? No. But I have the means to open one. The real problem is I don't have the time to run one. So if anyone wants to be my business partner one day and open up a card shop, I would probably be able to bankroll it, but I wouldn't have time to run it. So that would be an interesting thing, some sort of partnership. Da-da, da-da, da-da. All right. Thank you, Sarah. What about an online shop? You're looking at it. It's a strictly live stream shop. We also have an eBay channel. You can go to our eBay page to look at some listings over there. You're looking at it. This is it. All right, what we got? How would you know it on the other end? Instant transmission is what better than teleporting? Ooh, look at that Abra, man. He's a 7.5. That's a tough grade, man. All right. Everything they sell is in the description. To get it, click the 3 little dots in the top right corner. Are these slabs on eBay? No. No, they are not. These slabs are only sold from the table. You'll only find them right here and in our Discord server. Have you been to our Discord server? Who here has not been to our Discord server? Let me jump in there. Check this out, okay? Check out these channels in Discord. All Slab September, Consignment September, Pricey September, the break history, current break, slab away. So you can click on a channel like All Slabs. There it is. And now you can see all the slabs for sale. All the ones we've taken pictures of for the month of September are up here. You can see all of them, okay? So that can help you see exactly what kind of inventory we have. We're expected to start grading 500 tag slabs a month. And so that's going to come in, but also our PSA submissions are going to come in too. It's a lot of grading, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys are looking to see what kind of stuff we get back from them, because we got some cool stuff coming. Actually, I got a lot of Gengars that I sent off to them. So the next tag submission should have a ton of Gengars in it. You are. All right. Might have to get Nightbot to promote your Discord, possibly. Your links don't work in vertical mode for mobile folks. Okay, interesting. Maybe I need to try that. Let's see. Let me see what you're talking about. So I'm going to click on YouTube, because I have to do this while we're live, or that's the only way to test it. So I've clicked on it. All right, now I'm clicking the 3 little dots. I'm going to click on description. I'm going to click on more. Let's see. So you can do this. So you can highlight the link, and it gives you an option, open link. Now that's on the iPhone, but I see what you're saying. It's not a clickable link anymore. If you highlight it, it will. Let's see. Does that work for Discord? Okay, right there. So if you highlight it, you can choose open link. But I see what you're saying. It would be nicer if you could just click it. Let's see what happens if I click open link. And there it goes. It takes you to the server. All right. Cool. I see what you're saying. You can highlight the link. It'll open it. Teleport is weird if you have to dematerialize. I'll try it. What if you're not the same person when you come back? What if when you come back, it rearranges your brain cells in a new order? Now you got a new personality type. Who am I? What am I? All right, we have a Miss 6 order for 4 Gem 2s. Well. I think we need more gem boxes. Pokemon Gem. Let's grab this. Ready? Ho-ho. Only if the Aber was a 10, it would be so beautiful. Yeah. He would cost like 200 to 300 at that point, wouldn't he? Or whatever he sells for. I don't know what he would cost. Just whatever the market thinks he is worth. You are? I can see you're a man with finer tastes, Mr. CS Man. All of our cells are not the same as when we were born, so we aren't. So are we even the same person? I'm not me. Okay, there you go. All right, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, and a 4. There we go. Very nice. Okay, let's snip it up. Good. Good. Now, Miss 6. We've got Sylveon. Whee! Look at that Sylveon. Here's Vaporeon. Whee! There we go. Stamped Eevee. Whee! Could I potentially slab away a case of OP13? Just a hypothetical for now. I think you could. We would probably have to pick out a new price. If you really want to do that, we'll have to pick out a new price, okay? So if you decide to do that, let me know and we'll get a new price for you. Okay, got a couple stamps there. Scars make you look cool. That's right. Girls like it when you have scars on your face or your body. They think you're some kind of badass. They go, oh, this guy's been through tough things. That makes him kind of a bad boy. Go, Jilteon. Here's the red gym leaders. Here's the red Charmander. Here's the red Scare. All right, let me take a picture of these. That Charmander is over $300. So is the gym leaders. They actually deserve to be in the Pricey Slabs channel. Here, let's do this. Let's put them in. So I'm going to zoom in here. All right. Yeah, those deserve to be in the Pricey Slabs channel. If you're new, why do we have scars and tats for life? What? You got scars and tats? I got scars. I'm tough. Mark Valerian for the Slowpoke Tops Chrome. I know what you're talking about. Haha. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Gem 2 Scoot Eevee is around the corner. I want the Scoot Eevee. Send it Afshar's out again. International shipping. I should have a box in around 4 to 8 slabs. Make sure everything is shipped since last time there were slabs missing. You have shipped me before, but here's the phone number just in case. All right, so let's take a quick look. I see you have a box all the way back here. Let's see. Oh, man, that hurt my arm. All right, so here's Sina Afshar. I can't say your name. Sina Afshar Zadigan. So we got this right here. Boy, a bunch of dust flew off of that. You don't have any others, do you? So he says he wanted all of his cards. Are you sure? Okay. Let's go ahead and reset the shipping software real fast. There's Finn, making sure we're not missing anything else. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and reset the shipping software. Closing that. Scars and tats fade over time and aren't the same cells either. So how are my tats getting new ink, says Coinzilla. Let's see. International shipping time. You know, we need to ship Danny St. Amours too, don't we? Okay, Sina, After is that again. Yeah, I feel like what I should probably do, I probably ought to go get all your slabs and bring them up so I can make the label properly. So what I'm going to do for the moment, I'm going to set your box here. And I'm going to write right next to Danny, ship Synapse. So this will be something we'll do after the stream because we don't want to do it live. We can't have anything go wrong. Okay. Don't miss slabs. I don't know if you had like an oddly sized slab or something, so we'll take a careful look for those. Okay, do you ship to Australia? Yes, I do. I ship to Australia all the time. So I wrote you down next to Danny, and it says, don't miss the slabs. All right, good. Yeah, I realize if you sent a lot of, if you sent in for a big label, that implies we got a couple of slabs to take a careful look at. Okay, and let's check the SI box as well, just to make sure you don't have any bags in there too. Sean, Sergio, Skins by Jay, Savert, and Sean Dieter. Here's an old Savert bag that's expired, 624. Now it's 925, so this is super expired. What was in Savert's bag? Yeah, a little Squirtle. Gyarados. All right. Put this in the junk pack box. I'll take that Squirtle. Here's Arcanine, Eevee Poker, and Gyarados. I shipped a pigeon a couple months back with some cards. I think he ran off with them. Later on, coins stay warm. I got to get ready to go fishing for salmon. You're going to go fishing for salmon? Joey Albrecht, all English Pokemon. 1 Surging Sparks. All right, let's get started. He wants all the Pokemon. Let's see. How's that gonna end? So you got 1 Surging Sparks. He wants 1 Stellar Crown. 1 Stellar Crown. 1 Twilight. Okay, 1 Twilight. Wait. Twilight Sun. Let me move this out of my way. There we go. 1 Twilight. Oh, that's Shrouded Fable. Wait, you probably need a Shrouded Fable. Yeah, so here's the Shrouded Fable. We just opened a new Twilight. Where did it go? This is Twilight Masquerade. Okay. 1 Paldea Evolved. That's this guy. Oh, that's still a crown. That's probably this guy. How they evolved. Stop. One McDonald's Dragon. Ooh, where do I store that? I don't even know where that is. I feel like I haven't sold one of those in a while. I don't even know where it's at. Here are these Playboy cards. Let's move these back here real fast. Hollow Live. Extremely Curious Bootyverse. Here's a random Black Label Hello Kitty card. That's interesting. Okay. And... all right. I'm going to stand up and go looking for this Dragon Majesty. Let's see. I know I used to have some over here, but I can see it's not there anymore. So I'm going to have to check out here. I'll be back, guys. All right. I had to open a fresh case to get this. Let's turn this music back on. Okay. Dragon Majesty. There we go. Tossing that. I like this set, so I bought more of it. One Journey Together and 2 Hollow Shuffles. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, just make sure I didn't miss anything. Now, this Hello Kitty cat. Meow, meow. I love Fresh. Grab this. Yeah, Fresh has a good feeling to it, doesn't it? Ooh. Set that out of the way. Now, the Pokey Shuffles. Let's get them. What we got? Shuffle before you forget. 1, 2, 3. I never forget. What are you talking about? 2 cold ones. Those Pokey Shuffles. Those Pokey Shuffles are always doing that. So what do you guys think? You think you get something crazy out of here? Let's see if you get something crazy out of there. Okay. Sneep. Got Sneep number 1. Sneep number 2. Sneep number 12. I'm sad we missed that daytime stream, man. Wonder how busy we would have been. Sneep number 14. Sneep number 18. All right. Okay. Ooh, Pokemons. A Zelf, Togekiss. Pinsir. Here's Dipplin. Varoom, Fez, and Dippity. Dippity-doo-dah, dippity-yay. Okay, band Disney music. Here's a little non-hollow Pikachu. Here's our Achu. Ooh, this round's been kind of tough so far. Come on, Journey Together. Oh, yeah, Journey Apart. Mammo Swine. Mr. Love the day crew more. That's not true. I love the night crew more. Daytime stream can eat my shorts. Well, you know, we're streaming in vertical mode right now for nighttime stream. I bet that the views will explode now. Whereas daytime was beating nighttime. You know why? Because it's in vertical. So you know what I actually love? I love vertical mode. That's what I love. Oh, Charizard there, huh? Did you guys know you could pull that out of Dragon Majesty? I bet you didn't. So there's your Miraidon. That's for you, Joey Albrecht. I had some shorts once, had to spit them back up. Okay, nice. Serendipity. Oh, you know, it's interesting. The way the vertical streams feel right now, it feels like we run into new people. The horizontal streams used to feel like that. Once upon a time, it used to feel like that with the horizontal streams. You would stream, and inevitably some new guys would pop up, and they'd say, what's going on in here? And you'd explain what your stream was. I don't experience that anymore in horizontal mode. And here we are in vertical mode, finding that again. So, you know, it's weird. YouTube is, all it is, it's an advertisement machine. That's all it is. It has us make content so that it can throw ads on that content and get paid. And it just makes up rules on who it's going to advertise. And those rules might be like, we don't advertise horizontal as much as we used to. Now it's all about vertical. So it's really interesting to have that nice feeling again, you know, like you can go live and meet new people in the stream. Please don't forget my Discord thing after the stream too. What's the next for the future of the YouTube live stream? Well, we'll probably just keep doing vertical daytime, horizontal nighttime. That's probably what we'll do. If nighttime people wanted it to be vertical at night, we could do that as well. So I'll leave it up to you guys. But look, I mean, look at it. 111 viewers, 85 likes. I bet you when the stream's over, it's going to say 2,000 views. I bet you it will. It's Aled Williams. What's up, man? All right. Now we've got Joshua Whipple, box of OP13. Here we are. Wait, here it is. Yes, Mr. CS Man. Time to take pictures of your stuff, huh? We gotta get that done. Ooh. Okay. Tackling fuel. There we go. Oops. All right, so Josh going a box deep. He said, wait a second. There's gold in them heels. Give me my shovel. He said, I want action. Give me some action. You got it, man. One Piece, OP13. You know, One Piece, I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but One Piece is one of the biggest things that this channel opens. Forget about Pokemon for a second. We open a ton of One Piece. We open Pokemon too, but man, One Piece is on fire. If it's this popular, just wait like 10 years from now when some of those old mangas are 10 years old. We are. Could be really serious. I could see it happening. Now, I'm not a manga One Piece collector, but you know, if you guys end up making bank, good for you guys, you know? Feel good for you. All right. Oh, yeah. I think the people who can't find Pokemon skip to One Piece. Here we are. Nah, I don't know. Because that implies every Pokemon collector is also a One Piece collector. I don't think that's true, actually. I think that, you know, sometimes there's some overlap. Some One Piece people don't collect any Pokemon. And then some Pokemon people, they don't collect any One Piece. Here we are. It's Crazy Girl. Rah! Okay. Crazy Girl. Here's Hatman. All right. OP just has a very huge fan base. Man, what do you guys think of this artwork? This doesn't seem right. All right. Okay. Okay. We need a One Piece Pokemon collab. Look at that. Cool. Here's this. And this. And this. Sadly, I can't name these characters. If it was in English, I could read the names. But it is in Japanese. And I am not Japanese enough for that. I hear the Japanese are protesting right now because their government told them that they're going to absorb, like, wasn't it like some gigantic number of people from India? So the Japanese government said that they're going to accept immigrants from India. And the people of Japan are getting all pissed off about it. Not in my backyard! They're getting all pissed. But Japan was saying they need the people because they have an aging elderly population and no babies. No babies. Whoa! What is that? There we go. Have you ever seen One Piece? Yeah, I watched the Netflix special, so I have a feeling for it. But I haven't watched the cartoon. Like, I tried to watch an episode of the cartoon. It didn't make sense to me. Didn't make any sense to me. There we go. All right. Probably because it was like an episode that was way far in the future. Okay. Shaking a cane in protest doesn't do much. Oh, so you're a reller. I'm a reller. Yes, a reller. What's a reller? Here we go. Joshua Whipple. Mr. Josh. Let's see. Mr. Joshua Whipple. Good night, mister. It's Emo Femboy. Hey, how's it going, Emo Femboy? Sleep well. Ugh. I rebel without a cause. I hear OP is getting a new reboot to streamline the story. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Aha, Mr. Whipple. No hollows, just the hits. No rules, just right. All right, you got it, man. It's just eyes without a face. Your eyes without a face. Got no human grace. All right. There we go. It's going well. I'll start buying cards again soon. Have a good one. Thank you very much, man. Have a nice night. Okay, let's see. So, I should price up a new card, huh? Let's get a new card priced up. Oh, this is graded 9.5. You should sell collectible Taco Bell sauce packets. Ooh. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Can you sell those? Wait, is there like a 1990s Taco Bell sauce packet? Let me see. 1990s Taco Bell. Toys from Taco Bell. How about Taco Bell sauce packet? I don't know if would eBay even allow that. What? Vintage Taco Bell mild sauce packet, retro food, 1994. Look at that, guys. There's 20 people watching it in one cart. It's just a piece of trash, right? Like, you know, like a straw. Oh my gosh, here's an even crazier one. This one's from 1985 to 1992. Look at that one. Wow. Man, people love the past. People miss the 1980s and the 1990s. It truly was a different time period. It truly, truly was a different time period. I'm so old. How old are you? I'm so old, I remember life before the internet. We are. I remember the introduction of AOL. My dad came home all excited one day, and he's like, check this out, guys. You've got mail. He showed us AOL for the first time, and he's like, it's the new thing. Here we are. We got a Heatwave 9.5 Dopey Squirrel Pokemon. I don't know what this sells. Me too. I feel old. Why is the video vertical now? It was horizontal, but then Good RNG turned it vertical. Here we are. This is going to say Guident. Guident. Excuse me. So we're looking for the cheapest one of these, which sells for... Well, there's the CGC 9.5, which is not the same as the BGS 9.5. Is that really $35? Hold on, let me go back to this. $35 just seems really expensive for this card. I don't know. So that's $35. What do you guys think of that? I'm going to make mine $34. Who's going to buy it? There it is. He dropped his phone and we stuck like this. Just eBay, Taco Bell, Nintendo 64. It's corn. Szechuan sauce. The McDonald's Szechuan sauce is going well, dude. You should sell collectible Taco Bell sauce. Just eBay Taco Bell. All right. So now we have an order. Joey Albrecht. He says, put me into the Tyranitar break. All right. So we have somebody asking for action right here. Who's going to join them? That is the gym break. You know what a gym break is? It's a 2-person break. Just requires 2 people. That's all it requires. Jose Redondo, Joey Albrecht. You're 2 and 2, so you're basically break even. So check this out. For $25, you can go in here and have a chance to walk away with the slab. Or you lose $25. You lose the slab. And Joey takes it and he smiles and licks his lips angrily and happily. Like a shark. We are. All right. What am I talking about? Good. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, we have to write a big 1 on this now. So this break is about ready to go. Good. Wow, 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 wow. We have Andrew A. Martin, Princess Peach Gym Battle, and 1 live custom. You got it. Andrew A. Martin is jumping into one of these breaks as well. That is the Princess Peach Gym break. Somebody is in here and wants to see some action as well. It's Mr. Andy Man. Wow, 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 wow. Andy Man. All right, here it is. How are you doing on yours? You look like you're -1. You're behind only by 1. Very close to break even. There it is. If you're a kind of person who is a money losing enjoyer, here is a 50-50 chance for a slab. 1 live custom. Someone's talking about Taco Bell. You guys like Taco Bell? What's your favorite fast food joint? I want to hear everyone's favorite fast food joint. That's a cold one. There you go. I think Karis's fast food joint, her favorite one, might actually be Arby's. How crazy is that? I didn't even know people ate Arby's until I met her. After I met her, I learned that Arby's is like a place where real people go and sit down and eat food. We are. She will have me take her there and get her like the Arby's beefy sandwich or something with cheese. And every time I eat it, I regret it. I'm like, what am I eating? This got to be like the grossest sandwich on earth, right? Ew, Arby's. I know, it's so gross, dude. How do they stay in business? It's like Long John Silver, honestly. It's like Long John Silver. You see Long John Silvers, but you never know how they're in business. Who's eating at Long John Silver's? They are. In-N-Out? I've never eaten at In-N-Out. That's a hamburger place, huh? And it's real good. Here's Flagrion. It's Flagrion. Here's Kyle Gray. Take a picture. Jollibee all the way. Hold up. Long John's great. All right, we found it. The one guy eating Long John. All right. Okay. Click. What is this music? This music's terrible. God, that sounds terrible. Get me out of here. What am I listening to? Okay. So this card gets a star, man. I think this card's awesome. I'm rating the cards. Actually, I should use something other than a star because it gets really confusing. This is a top card for sure. This is going into the September box now. Good. All right. We got 2 breaks waiting for anyone to join. I sent for the Tyranitar break, says Joey Albrecht. Yes. What? Are you saying you sent a second time, like you're just going to buy it out? You are. Great music. What happened? What? All right. So now, hit and refresh. They have the meats. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know about that. Arby's beef and cheddar is so good. I mean, so before Karis, I never would have eaten one of the Arby's beef and cheddars. I have had one now. They're okay. They're not bad. They're like, it's food. It's a sloppy beefy sandwich, and it's covered in like some kind of weird nacho butter cheese. You know, so there's all this weird nacho cheese on it. It's just okay. And then it's got like this oniony bun. Very onion, very bunny. All right, let me take a picture of these. It's funny, there's a couple slabs you can't see off screen. You want to see them? There they are. So that... Ooh, did you hear that dog barking? Why is that? That's right next to me. Who's that dog barking at? Probably, I guess it's probably barking at a squirrel. You always wonder, though, if you hear a dog going off, if somebody's sneaking around outside and they're not supposed to be. We are. All right. Wendy's has a purple sauce right now. Oh, gross, dude. Who likes Wendy's is the question. Wendy's is gross, man. I don't think I've ever eaten Wendy's and thought that they were better than another company. Wendy's is... No. Their chicken nuggets are okay. I take it back. Their chicken nuggets are okay. That's virtually the only thing on their entire menu. We are. All right. Wendy's Wednesday burger. Wendy's stomach acid problems burger. It's way better coming out, says AJ the Great. What? The Baconator's fire. Nah, I had the last Baconator I had was years ago. We were coming back from a trip to North Carolina that we took right at the end of our college education. And it was a little trip to Wilmington, North Carolina. That's the last time Karis and I went on vacation. It's been like 8 years. 8 years, no vacations. We should go on vacation. Just anywhere. And anyways, we were driving back and we had Wendy's on the drive back. And it gave me the most horrendous stomach ache while I was driving because it's made out of literal trash. It has to be made out of trash. I have like the iron stomach. I can digest anything. So how can something like the Baconator be giving me trouble? So no, that one's terrible. And I never forgot that. And I said, you know what? I can take a nice long break from Wendy's. Fresh, never frozen. I get the shakes and Frosties sometimes. Yeah, have you ever let the McDonald's ice cream sit out or the Wendy's ice cream sit out? It's so clearly not ice cream. It's some other kind of snack. They want you to think it's an ice cream, but it's definitely not made out of ice cream. All right, guys, there's no orders in the queue. If you guys would like the stream to go on later tonight, drop an order, and I'll keep pricing up slabs for the moment, okay? You know what I ought to do is get a jumbo pack break soon. I feel like we haven't had a jumbo pack break go off in a while. They're only square for visual appeal. Their ice cream machine never works. I don't eat pork, shellfish, or fast food. I eat po' boys, which is sandwiches on French bread. I do eat pork. Let me tell you something. You're missing out on the pork. So, like, for example, if you go to Jimmy John's and you get the, what do they call it? It's called the, what is it called? It's one of my favorite sandwiches there. It's made out of ham and bacon. What do they call that one? They don't call that one the Big John. They call that one the, oh, I can't remember the name of it. Maybe one of you guys eats at Jimmy John's and knows what I'm talking about. It's just ham and bacon. What's that one called? Mister, do you think I keep trying to get breaks and packs or just buy slabs outright? Oh, that's a great question. So there's no easy answer to that question. Because if you get lucky on a break or a booster pack, then it feels really good. Or you can just go straight to buying a slab and remove the luck, but now you're paying full price for it. I would say the conservative move is to just buy slabs outright. We have a way for you to buy slabs and pay them down over 6 months. So let's say there's a big expensive slab you want, but you don't have the money for it right now, but you would like to start working on it. So we have something called Slab Away, where you can pay a slab down over 6 months, and it's only $20 for that 6 months. So there's a $20 fee to pay it down over time for 6 months. And that could be like a $1,000 slab, 6 months, $20. Extremely good. The Ultimate Porker. You're right, Andy, man. That's the name of the sandwich. It's called the Ultimate Porker. Thanks, man. And so if you have not had the Ultimate Porker, you're missing out on that. You are? Shellfish. So that means you don't eat crab legs, lobster, or shrimp. To be honest, if everyone got into crab legs, shrimp, and lobster, it would just make the cost of the product so much higher. Those are like classic seafood items that are super desirable to eat. And I remember one time, actually, I was in a Chinese buffet, and I was getting the crab legs, And I was talking about this subject. This was years ago. We were like so young. We were like 10 years younger. And I was joking with her that, you know, we're lucky that the Jews don't eat crab legs, because if they did, the price would go up. And the guy sitting right next to us said, "This Jew eats crab legs." It was really funny. He was like an older man, and he was Jewish, and he had this whole plate of crab legs right next to us. It was really funny. But so, yeah, so there's cultures that don't eat like crab legs, for example. And if they did, imagine this delicacy seafood item that everyone wants to eat would just skyrocket in price because, you know, now you've got more competition for it. Damn, everyone's hungry. Yummy crabs, they slap so hard. I feel like Mister's favorite movie is Porky. I try to eat clean. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I've been eating crab legs and pork and all the other things my whole life, and I'm not dead. Let me think about it. Okay, think of it like this, Dennis. Japan eats an enormous amount of seafood, especially including shellfish. And those guys have some of the longest lifespans in the whole world. And, you know, like China, the Asians in Japan they live famously long. So the idea of eating clean, I don't think it's as simple as don't eat fish or whatever, don't eat shellfish. They eat everything. They'll eat the snails, they'll eat the clams, the oysters, they eat all kinds of weird shrimp, all kinds of weird, you know, watch their seafood market, you'll see it. They don't die young from that. It's probably nutrient dense, if anything. So you see the little A down there? I guess this makes this first edition. I keep trying to get these to grade 10. I'm going to pop these up on eBay if they ever grade 10. I'll make a killing on these if they ever grade 10. Here we are. Seafood in Japan is very cheap, and I lived next to a sushi place. Ah, man, don't say that, man. That makes me jealous. I got to try that sometime. Seafood in Japan. What about ramen? What can you tell us about ramen in Japan? Do we have anything like that in America? Like, you know, so let's say I was to move to Dallas. Can I expect to find any kind of Japanese restaurants that have a similar seafood or like ramen shops? Dallas has to have ramen shops. 8 million people in the region, a mega double city. It's got to have ramen shops. Yes, it's called Cup of Noodle. Yeah, Cup of Noodle. Whoa, Grumpy Cat Nero, look at this body, dude. Look at that bodacious body. That is a sexy card, man. That's probably going to go right up into the waifu shuffles in a second here. But first, let's see what the next order is. Now raw fish is nasty. Our waters and theirs are different. Japan food is way better. Seafood in Japan is very cheap. All right, let's go ahead and push this over like that. Well, either way, you see the Japanese eating the big crab legs like snow crab legs and king crab legs, and those generally come from the same water always. So that's just not true. They import those crab. But you're right. They probably have local crab that they don't import. It's just their local stuff. Andrew A. Martin wants into the Tyranitar battle. You got it, man. It's actually not a battle. It's a gym break, okay? I like it when you use the right term. It is. So we call it the gym break. And if you call it a battle, I'm going to start calling it a battle, and it's going to drive me nuts. All right. Crabs are the buzzards of the sea. Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things like, oh, they're bottom feeders and stuff like that. I don't give an F. Crab's delicious, dude. There's a reason why people pay $60 a pound for crab, and it's not because it tastes bad. $60 a pound. Shrimp is bugs. More bugs for me. Yum, yum, yum. You stay out of the bugs. You leave them for me. All right, let's see. Very nice. You never seen them cut up a cow and the meat's full of pus? You've never seen that? You don't think that there's dirty cows? What about chickens? You don't think there's dirty chickens? You think those are like the clean ones? You think the farmers are really gross with the pigs, but they're super clean with the chickens? Get real. They're super dirty with the chickens. And the cows, I've seen it. I've seen the cows, the infected, nasty cow meat, mad cow disease, all that good stuff. Seen it. They are. They're not surprisingly dirty with the pigs and then suddenly clean with the cows. It's not how it works. All right, give me a number. Ooh. Wait, give me a number. That's not how this works. You ready? All right, here goes the gym break. Ta-da! Oh, Serena coming out for Joey Albrecht. That's a really strong card. And here's Robska. That's going to get crushed. First round, Joey Albrecht. I'm from Hawaii, and it's part of our diet. I eat raw fish every day. Nice, dude. See, that makes me want to move to Hawaii. I like fish a lot. Ooh, a nice strong Gyarados. Gyarados can be beaten, though. Okay, Gyarados versus what? Oh, my God. It's hands down going to Joey Albrecht. Not even close. Joey Albrecht winning both rounds pretty easily. My mom always told me McNuggets were baby chicks, and that's why I never ate them until I went to high school. I think she's correct. So when they are harvesting chickens, they hatch the babies. The girl chickens are sent off for egg laying, and the boy chickens are immediately incinerated into some sort of cream, right? Is that not right? There you go. Just like in real life. Just like for humans. They don't love us because we're not girls, guys. I'm sorry, Andrew. Okay, so that gets tougher for you. Delicious radioactive shrimp. Virginia, I eat fish almost every day. Here we are. West Virginia. Now, wait a second. You are also in here, right, Andrew? You're still in here. Good luck in there, Mr. Andrew. Okay. If I can't have radioactive shrimp, I don't want anything. If I can't have horse meat parading around as cow meat, I don't want anything. I want the pink goo. Give me the goo. Where's the goo? Shrimp man incoming. That's completed. Mr. Michael Ibarra says 2 waifu shuffles. Michael Ibarra, 2 waifu shuffle. Give me the goo. Give me liberty or give me goo. All right, 1, 2, soup. Ah, no luck here. Let's see, was it the next one? That's crazy, dude. I'm so sorry, man. It would have been the next one. All right, 2 cold ones. Actually, can I put these back in? Do you want me to put these in your bag? I'm running out of these. All right, that's tough, man. Ah, my eye. Okay. Michael Ibarra with the waifus. Next up, we've got... Is it Joshua Whipple? Is that the next one? Hold on, let me hit refresh on that. Did you really wait this long? It said you waited a while. Has it really been that much? Oh, wait, hold on. No, we already did that, right? We did the Joshua Whipple box. Now it's Mr. Steven Sistrunk. Crystal Guardians, Pelipper, Slab Away. Ooh, Pelipper. Okay, he's a real good one. I've fished for rudderfish. Those were good eats. I eat whatever I can think of, and that's reality where I live. I can understand how, like in the Bible in the past, they said not to eat certain meat. That makes perfect sense for that time period, and I think that that's when that, you know, scripture or writings are meant to be followed. Those writings were meant to be followed for that time period because some animals, like if you had a pig in the city, it could be very unclean. Pig will eat like anything, right? So they'll eat human waste. And somebody writing that book said, ew. And then they said, scratch that stuff off. I'm not eating that one. And the Lord said, thou shalt not eat the yucky looking one. Plus, pigs just have like the ugliest look of any animal. You guys notice that? That's a mistake. You're not allowed to be ugly in this world. You must be beautiful. So, you know, you had the pigs and they would scavenge about in the city and they probably saw pigs eating, you know, poo-poo in the streets or something like that. And then they said, and the Lord said, thou shalt not eat this one. It's too gross. It's very gross. We are. Just like we don't eat vultures either. You guys notice that? Although I don't know if the Bible explicitly says thou shalt not eat vulture. I don't think it does. But we don't eat vultures because they eat roadkill. And so pigs are kind of like that. But modern day pigs, they're raised in farms with like pig feed. But then again, you never know what's in the pig feed. Then again, you don't know what's in the cow feed. You don't know what's in the chicken feed. Who knows, man? It's probably all garbage. There we go. All right, there's the Pelipper. Beautiful. Can you show off what pulls are in the waifu shuffle? I'd be happy to. Let's show off those waifu shuffle pulls real fast, everybody. Are you ready? So here's the box. Now, I wish we could have a zoom out mode. So we got Kearsarge, holy mommy, signature, Nessa, Alsace, holy, Rivals, this is a Siggy, Hard to see, but it is. She's just hanging out under the desk, you know, as she does. Side booby, Boa Hancock, Weiss contract with the doggy, another signature. Lot of signatures. Louisville, whoa. Okay. A couple of these BGS slabs now. Have you ever cut a pig's throat? Nah. I've cut open a big old catfish before and cut its heart out. That's pretty intense, right? For a kid it is anyways. You're like, whoa. Very biological. I dissected a frog. There are. Part of a biology course. Here's this. Ooh. But no cutting the pig's throat. Here we are. I haven't done that to a pig. I haven't done that to a cow or a chicken either. Although I watched a video recently on how to harvest quail meat. So that's pretty interesting. All right, those are the slabs in the Waifu Shuffle. Yes, it's awesome. You seen them do that in the Philippines when I went to go for a funeral. Yeah, my dad knew a lot about the Philippines because of my grandmother being Filipino. And he went there for the Navy just like my grandfather did. And spent some time over there on the Navy. And he talked about how one common thing in sort of like rural Philippines, the family will have like a pet pig that they feed all their junk food, their leftovers to, whatever leftovers they have. Sort of like almost like a trash can. And then when the pig's big enough, they harvest the pig for all its meat. Yeah, so I was like, that's interesting. He told us about how he witnessed that when he was on the islands. And it's like, you know, you're living in late 1990s, 2000s America, eating like McDonald's and stuff, going, oh, fascinating. How wild. So, Pelippertis. What about haggis? I've never had haggis. Here we are. Isn't it made out of like the bladder of a sheep or something, and then it's stuffed with like potatoes and meat? Let's see. I can't remember. It's made out of something. Maybe not the bladder. Maybe it's like the stomach. I don't remember. I'd try it. I'd try anything once when it comes to food. So let's head right over. Not anything. I feel like sometimes people try like abusive foods just to prove that they can handle the abusive food. So, Mr. Steven, this is going to be PSA 10 Pelipper. Starting out at $750 and now going to $730. Boom. Congratulations on choosing the Pelipper. Let's put your name on the back. Deer heart is a delicious treat. There we go. Oh gosh, I could go for tripe soup. Tripe soup. All right, let's see. Now we have Miss Six Waifu Shuffle. She says, I'll take a shot at it. Here you go, Miss Six. The Waifu Shuffle, a fast way to take a shot at an already graded waifu card. Menudo, elk heart. Tripe is made from the poo-poo shoot. Ew. What is it called? Tripe? I thought tripe was like the stomach or something. One cold one. One cold one. You are. Ooh. There's some seriously good hits in the Waifu Shuffle 6. All right. Rocky Mountain Oysters. I'm hungry now, mister. I only have an Uncrustables PBJ. When I met Karis in college, that's what she was eating. She was eating fruit roll-ups and Uncrustables. Yuck! There we go. All right. When I met her, her family was so bad at cooking that they didn't know what garlic was. Let that sink in. Here we are. I told you guys, Karis doesn't know how to cook, and it's almost like she doesn't understand what flavor is. There we go. She watched me chop up garlic, and she's like, whoa. Here's Paul Newman, Korean Rocket, new bag. A box of the Korean Rocket. You got it, man. Okay. Nah, no, it's lower than the stomach. Tripe is the stomach lining. I could have sworn tripe was stomach lining because it's got that, it's a white flesh with sort of like a crazy ribbed thing going on. Maybe that's cow tripe. I thought that intestines were often called like chitlings or something like that. Could have sworn tripe was stomach. All right, let's have a snip. Snip. Okay. Uncrustables are like 4 bites, then crush it. Uncrustables, I don't know. It's like they don't taste right. Maybe from being frozen or refrigerated or whatever. They taste like they have freezer burn. Not like fresh jelly, you know, fresh jelly and fresh bread. How about, who remembers Goober, though? Is that what it was called? It was a jar of peanut butter and jelly that was like striped. I think they still sell it. Isn't it called like Goobers or something? Isn't it called like Gooners or something? What is that called? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? We had that as a kid, and it was like a dessert. It was so terrible. Okay. It is called Goober. Ah, nice. It's still out there. Yeah, I think I've seen it on these shelves in the store. I ought to buy it sometime and make care of some of that. The Goober was interesting because it didn't truly taste correct. It did not taste properly like it didn't taste properly like strawberry or grape jelly. It almost had like it had an overwhelming corn syrup flavor or something. I don't know what it is, but you would eat it and you knew it wasn't going to taste quite like peanut butter or quite like strawberry. It was going to taste like some third thing, most likely the sweetening agent. And man, it was terrible, but weirdly nostalgic. Disgusting molasses. Yes, something's in there that's not right. Something's in there. Plus, when I got the Goober, all I wanted was the jelly. I didn't want the peanut butter as much. Peanut butter's okay. When I make, and I don't make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches anymore. I consider it to be a jelly donut, right? So peanut butter and jelly sandwich, in my mind, it is recategorized to jelly donut. That's what it is. Jelly is basically a jelly donut. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not. You know I'm right. Calorically, it's the same thing too, by the way. Actually, the jelly donut might have fewer calories because there's less jelly in it. Yeah, peanut butter and jelly, it's heavy, dude. That is a calorie bomb. So I haven't eaten that in years. But when I used to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, back when I didn't worry about being fat and I just ate anything that I wanted all the time, back then, I always put a thick layer of the jelly and a thin layer of the peanut butter. So you didn't have an overwhelming peanut butter flavor. Corn syrup ruining everything. Yeah. Well, you know, you hear about, Pull and Giovanni. Mr. Paul Newman, here's your pull, Giovanni. Beautiful. I love these boxes of Korean Rocket. They're only $50 a box. Okay, we got Zamazenta. I know what Scrapple is. You ever had Vegemite? Now, Vegemite is like it's a bread topping from Australia, Mike. I've heard about it. I've never tried it. Is it like a type of molasses? It looks like a molasses. Here's Kurobat. Rawr. He's so Raven. Oh, my eyes itchy. That's the only guy trainer people like. Giovanni, he's cool. Look at that. The Meowth is good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Then there was the whole craze for Nutella for a while. You guys know Nutella. Nutella's gross, dude. I never liked Nutella. I always thought Nutella was like poo-poo or something. There you go. All right. Here's... Spidops. Boink. Cold. Persian. Cold. Nutellas. Yeah, Nutella's gross. You are. There's honey. Honey's okay. All right. Here's the tree, the olive tree. All right. You know, I've always been a person who has to struggle to control what he eats because I enjoy food so much. And I learned something about dessert over the years. You think that the problem with dessert is that it's got sugar in it, but that's not true. If sugar was the problem, then you would be addicted to eating like spoonfuls of sugar. When's the last time you just scooped up a big scoop of plain white sugar and put it in your mouth? When's the last time you've done that? I haven't done that like ever. I think I might have done that as a kid a really long time ago. Same with the syrup. You just pour syrup on a big spoon and you just drink the syrup. You don't do that. What about honey? Do you just pour honey in a big spoon and just eat honey all day? Of course you don't. No, maybe somebody does, but most people don't. So it's interesting Dessert includes sugar, but it's actually the other ingredients in the dessert, typically a carbohydrate and a fat. That's what makes it a dessert, not the sugar. The sugar is a key ingredient, but it's not the defining aspect. So it's really fascinating because you think you're addicted to sugar, and sugar is very addicting, right? Like sweet things, you run into it a lot. But what you're truly addicted to is the, the sort of tri flavors of sugar, fat, and carbohydrate. That's what you're truly addicted to. So the fat will be something like butter, whipped cream, icing, all this good stuff. Caramel or whatever. Actually, I don't know if there's oil. I'm pretty sure there's oil in caramel. There's got to be oil in caramel. So there's butter in like chocolate, for example. In fact, chocolate's mostly butter. Chocolate's mostly just butter that's been loaded up with cocoa powder and sugar. So it's mostly butter. And you get really addicted to like the oil, but then also you got like a nice carbohydrate to go with it, like a slice of cake, donut, a pastry, a cookie, a flour, right? Cookies are made with flour. So that's what it's all about. It's the try, what do they call that? What's the word that I'm looking for? The try something, trifactor. Show the brakes, ramble over. Fries, sugar is a carbohydrate. All right, so Paul Newman, let me do this. All right, Paul Newman. Shake your dreads for us. Coeli. Philip. Let's see. Philip and Quentin. Sugar is carbohydrates. Food is just growth. Yeah, well, carbohydrates turn into sugar, don't they? Oh, he said new bag, of course. Okay, let me get this new bag for you. All right. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that, man. Great job on the likes. There we go. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Okay. All right. Keep double tapping the screen. Oh, that's how the likes work. Paul Newman. Very nice. What is the name of the Anime Girls cards? We have a lot of different Anime Girl cards that you might be interested in. We actually just got a brand new girl card set in called Interspecies Reviewer. So that's funny to open. This. What is the name of the Anime Girls card? Almost 100 likes. I'm looking for a console play in the living room, Xbox Series S or Switch. Honestly, I would do the Xbox over the Switch. I feel like the Switch is outdated now because the Switch 2 is out. Or maybe you're asking if you should buy Switch 2. I'm going to end up buying Switch 2 because I'm going to want that for the next whatever major Nintendo game comes out. Probably the next Pokemon gen. Interspecies, you say. Yes, we have Interspecies Reviewer, and it's $50 a box, $5 a pack, okay? So there it is. Pretty bizarre. We have a lot of girl card sets, though, like Nikke. Look into Nikke on the menu. What's this one? This one's going to be... This is Nikke, right? Yeah, this is Nikke. Cool. And I think I was going to price this one. Let's see what it's pricing at. Well, I'm going to price it explicitly to put it into the waifu shuffle. All right. Let's see. Oh. Let's type this in a little bit better. Oh, no, nothing. Let's type in Weiss. Ah, there we go. We got something now. So, is this a holo? It looks like it is. So this card's just around $60. Switch has 40 games, come in it all the hit games I really like, but Xbox Series is going to be able to play Witcher 4. Choices, decisions. I currently play on an Xbox. I'm playing Elden Ring Night Rain. It is. Some people will tell you instead of an Xbox to get a PlayStation. You are. All right, let's see. I don't know. I like Xbox. I like the controller a lot. Nero 10. Okay. I miss playing the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. $200 for Switch, $220 for Xbox. Chose for me, please. That is tough. You know, I'm probably still going to lean toward Xbox because I am a little worried that the Switch is going to fall in price, or they're going to release like you know, in like 1 year, they're going to release the new amped up Switch Super. Nintendo does that a lot, and I feel like it's a little insulting. Like they release a poor quality version of their console at launch, and then they give you the souped up version later. And Xbox does something similar, and PlayStation does something similar, but I feel like for them it's not as severe as what, you know, Nintendo. I feel like Nintendo tends to release the actual good version later. I don't like that much. Yeah, OLED, exactly. So they tend to do that a little later, or the price drops, or there's a bunch of cheap used ones now, or like a good game actually comes out for the console. Right now, there's not too much to play on the Switch 2. So I don't know. We are? All right. That's tough. I know I don't have a Switch. Oh, we just got a payment. Hey. So it's Sung In Jung, and he says OP13 box. Also, I'd like to ship. Let me grab this. All right. You'd like to do a round of shipping. Let me ask you, do you have any slabs? Do you have any graded cards, I mean? Or is it just your bag? Thanks, man. Love your Korean Pokemon card videos. You're awesome. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. We had to do more, huh? That's me. That is you. So let me know, do you have any of these slabs, or do you just have a bag? Yes, one slab. Ooh, and do you remember, is it a very expensive slab, or is it a pretty cheap one? If it's a cheap one, we can probably just make the label right here, right now. Be easy. Ooh, how's it going, Mr. Amir? All right, if you guys are enjoying today's stream, by the way, why not smash that subscribe button so you can know next time that we go live? Let's go ahead and snip this. Worth billions. Billions. Billions of schmeckles. Trillions even. We are. Who do you think is going to be the first trillionaire? You think it's going to be Elon Musk? I ordered OP13. Oh, this looks a lot like OP13, doesn't it? Okay, hold on. All right, let's see what I pulled out of this box of Rocket. One whole box of Rocket for me. All right, hold on. I'm probably giving him the stress. So this would be for me. Let's see what I pulled. Here's a little Zapdos. Cold. Little Moltres. Little Blaziken. Little Blaziken. Little Zamazunta. Oops. A little Primeape. Okay. Little Nidoking. I got a whole box of Rocket for myself, guys. In a minute. Setatan. Oops. Sneasel. Double Zamazentas in one box. What? How do you get double Zamazentas in a box? Lightning with the speed there. All right, this is one whole box of Rocket in a minute. There you go. It was Japanese Zekrom PSA 10. Zekrom. Japanese Zekrom. Like Altar or... That sounds like a card you probably graded with me. Oh, what? Woo! All right. Well, that turned out okay. That's crazy. All right. Man, that's not so bad. Wow. All right. Jesus. From the June submission. Okay. So I think what I'm going to try and do for shipping, I'm going to try and claim that cost you $40 because that's what you paid to grade it. And it wasn't valuable until after the grading was done on it. So I'm going to try and claim it as 40. Here we are. Like it's a card that you owned, that you had me grade, and then it turned into an expensive card as a result of the grading, but you didn't pay that much for the card, right? You paid for the booster packs, but you didn't pay that much for the card. So we're going to try and do that. All right. Scooby-Dooby-Dums. So these cannot go off to CGC because they're not CGC, tag grading, because they are currently not grading Korean card. They really ought to. I think that would be a great idea. I'm excited for the case of 151. Yes, we have a case break. You guys really ought to jump into this. It is pretty special. Here it is. So we need 15 more people in here. I know it's maybe daunting at $200, but it's very much worthwhile. The chance for a Gengar where you know none of the boxes have been sniped. It's a nice clean case. You are. Ask for a refund, mister. Who's wanting a refund? I want a refund? What would I get refunded? Okay. Clean case of what? 151 Surprise, the set that contains the Pikachu Gengar card that's extremely desirable right now. Just walked in. You just walked in. How'd you walk in? You can't walk in. You are. You can't walk into a live stream. What, you walked into a live stream? This guy thinks he walked into a live stream. All right, so sorry about all that. Let's go get that OP13 for you. Here it is. All right. Ta-da! Oh, yeah. How much is that? May buy one for the heck of it. 5 bazillion. I don't know how I feel about the Pikachu Gengar. I think it's way overpriced. However, a lot of things that I thought were overpriced ended up going to the moon. In fact, I'm tempted to, once I have the cash, I'm tempted to buy one outright. Just to secure one. But I don't know. Because we don't know if it falls. We don't really know what happens. It's dangerous because it's really expensive, right? But we don't really understand how much of it was printed, how much of it is being hoarded, how much is left to open, what is the population going to look like? Is it easy to pull? Is it hard to pull? So I'm not quite ready to buy one. I'm on the sidelines. 3,500 already right off the bat for modern card. I mean, I guess. But we've seen a lot of cards selling for those big prices. Anything really good sells for that much. And a card that contains both a Gengar and a Pikachu in it, and it's exclusive to one language, could do well, really well in the long run. It's a bit of an experiment. You also have to realize, since it's an exclusive Chinese card, it might be highly desirable for Chinese collectors. And they might really be, you know, super focused. You know, they might be really obsessed with it. All right, here goes. 200 for your own box, not a spot. That's right, you get a whole box. Everybody gets one box for... Oh, look at that. Your box is going to have a leader card in it. Creepy. All right. Yeah, you don't get... It's not a break where one person gets the whole case. It's a break where everyone gets their own box for 200. I'd love to see it go off. We need 15 more. Wow, so lucky, man. Look at that. I swear Joshua Whipple and Sarah Dusenberry were looking for something like that to pop out. Okay, one whole box. It'll be so fun to open. It'd probably be like a video. You could make a video out of something like that. Here we go. Wow, 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 wow. How now, brown cow? Okay. All right. Oh, it's Shanks. Ah. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. That's a hollow one. This is also a hollow. Okay, that's a hollow. That's a hollow. You can drop your hollows to keep the weight of your international bag lower if you're not trying to make your bag heavy. You are. Sometimes that makes the shipping better, but we don't know that yet. Give me a second. So what we know is you have one slab. I'm going to bet that this is a $40 shipment because I can tell you just from this alone, that's going to go over the $20 shipment. Let's go looking for your bag. It should be right over here. Ah. Yes, your shipment is looking like a $40 shipment. That's what it's looking like. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. That's a pretty good box, I'd say. Please keep the hollows. $40 shipping is good. Okay, that's what we'll do. Let's take a quick look in here. Looks like we already pulled out any seriously junky hollows. Okay, I'll just take one off the top, put it right there like that. Good. All right, yes. Awesome. She stood upon the balcony, inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping and amicably welcoming him in. What? Amicably? What a word. Serendipitously. Okay, let's see. Now, let's see if we've shipped you before. Have we shipped you before? First time shipping? So here's what I need from you. I need an email with your full shipping address and your phone number, okay? That's what I need. And shipping will cost $40 for this one. That includes the slab. So you'll get your slab. Also be prepared. You'll probably pay a little import fee when it arrives, okay? First time? Sounds good. So the way it works, you need my shipping address. It's TheCardconomist@gmail.com. That's the shipping. That's the email address where you'll email me your information. Here we are. I'll just write it down. The Card No Miss. Holy cow, this is a long name. At gmail.com. Okay. TheCardconomist@gmail.com. So you'll email me there and share your shipping address, and then you'll also send that $40 shipping over, and we will take care of the rest. I need your phone number, okay? Because they will require it, the customs guys, in case they need to call you and be like, hey, we got a package for you, but you need to give us money. Which is what they will do. They will try to tax you on your package. All right, cool, man. What a nice day it's been. What time is it? It's almost 5. Good. We're actually done. We've got the we're basically only about 18 minutes away from a full 4 hours. So that is supposed to be the duration of the nighttime stream is 4 hours. In fact, we're changing it. Nighttime stream is supposed to be 3 hours, and the daytime stream is supposed to be 3 hours. So that's going to be the new stream schedule. We're shifting an hour away from the night and adding an hour into the day. That's the goal. Now, to pull that off, I got to go to sleep sooner, which I'm not very good at that. I kind of just stay up all night. Oh, we had another Pikachu. Look at that Blastoise. Another Ditto card. Here's a Jigglypuff. Here's a Clefairy. God, those are cute. Okay, cool. We just got the payment for the international, and then we just wait for that email for the address. So, where's my sleeve? How about this Ditto, man? That's cool as hell. Are we getting a daytime stream tomorrow? Maybe that's a little tempting because we missed the Friday daytime stream, but not supposed to. I'm supposed to hang out with Karis all day long. I'm supposed to hang out with my wife all day. So, she's off work, and we surprisingly do not spend a lot of time together because we work so very hard. We really, you'd think since we're full remote, both of us, you'd see each other all day. That is so not true. I spend so much time in this room, and she spends so much time in her room doing her job. We will pass each other in the hall, but that's not, that's not quality time. You're not doing something together. So you will see each other like coworkers, but not really spend any time together. So we have to take some time off, especially the weekends. And I try not to overwork on the weekends. Actually, I'm supposed to start taking weekends off someday. What do you guys think? Weekends off? Big man Blastoise. You like that Blastoise? He is Big Man Blastoise. This is going to say XY Evolutions Blastoise. And so let's just take a look. We want the cheapest one. Okay, here's some normal versions of him. Where's the textured one? We want the textured one. Wow, the cheapest one is $475, and then it jumps to $492. I think I'm going to do $492 just because I would like you guys to pay taxes this time. Because it's such a good card. Oh, you know, this should have a special price tag on it. It's really expensive. All right. Whew. Work hard, play harder. How about work hard and just play hard? Easy. I will work hard, and then I will play a correct amount. Yeah, it's the weekend. We got to get back to our swinger parties. So, you know, that's going to require a lot of bathing and getting ready. Some grooming. Here's Psyduck. Here's Professor Oak. Magikarp yellow. That's amazing. Ganondorf. Ooh. Taking Mondays and Tuesdays off. You've earned it. Yeah. We should take a real vacation someday, don't you guys think? We should take a real vacation someday. Okay. Oh, man, we just got so many cool cards here. Look at that. Giratina. What will I watch on the weekends? I know. We are. Here's what I'll do. I'll attach a body camera to my chest, and you guys can just come with me wherever I go. It'll be like a reality TV show. It'll be so cool. Day in the life of TCC. No vacations for you. No! Yeah, if you ever wonder how did TCC amass his Poke fortune, just remember this. No vacations for 8 years. Work every single weekend. That'll do it. That will do it. And then invest everything. Invest everything. Invest all of it. I basically gambled on Pokemon cards and won. So it all went into Pokemon card investments, quote unquote. That was it. That'll do it. No vacations for 8 years. Everything went into real estate and Pokemon cards and a little bit of stocks. And that'll do it. And then just work. He stole them from the children. These children will never have these cards. Now, they're my cards. Slab away the Mega Blastoise. You got it. Jesus Aguilera. That didn't last longer than 2 seconds. You know what's crazy about this Blastoise? So, it's not like I opened up some XY evolutions recently for myself. That's not how I obtained this. This card almost certainly came out of a really old, really abandoned bag. And back then, this card was probably worth like 15 bucks, and a PSA 10 of this Blastoise probably sold for like 60 bucks. Now we're in the future, and it's like a $500 card. It's absolutely insane. Had that person taken it home and taking care of it really carefully, he would be sitting on a pricey Blastoise today. But, you know, that's the thing. Nobody really predicted that. I did. Sorry. Let's see. We're going to put you right here. September 25. Jesus Aguilera. PSA 10 XY Blastoise. 400 and what? 92? 492. I've been waiting to get that one. It's a good one, right? It is a good card, undeniably. And you know, it's really nice. It's got a recent cert on it, which so you could argue that this is probably more valuable. Like, let's see. What are the ones I compared it to? I bet they have a lower cert. I can't even find it anymore because I started looking at other things. Yeah, so you know, we have the top cert up here, so it's a good one. You're good on this one. All right, I hope you enjoy it. 2 more likes for 100. Dang, that's a lot of likes. Yeah, so look at how in vertical mode, the nighttime stream is all of a sudden capable of hitting 100 likes. What's going on there? Well, what's really going on is a lot more people stepped into the stream, liked it, and then they left later. But it means that we're getting a lot more participation in the stream than we used to have. We are getting a lot more viewers. That's how 100 likes is possible. Whereas in horizontal mode, we just do not get that many views. It's not like I'm different. The table's not a lot different. It's just YouTube. YouTube saying this one's going to do good, that one's going to do bad. pretty, it's too bad. I can't zoom in on vertical mode. Zoom. You're sad that you sold yours. Yeah. Yeah, I actually made mistakes too, you know. I sold my Sun and Moon era stuff, and then I eventually sold my XY era stuff as well. I had good reasons for that because I was preparing to buy a new home, this home that we're in right now. So I had to sell something, and I said, well, I'm not selling my Skyridge slabs. I guess I'll sell my XY slabs. And that's how it worked. And now that Skyridge Ancient Origin Rayquaza, he's like a $7,000 card. And I probably bought mine back in the day for $700 and probably sold it for $700. So, no, it's a really big disappointment. Another one that I never should have let go of, Sun and Moon era Shining Legends Mewtwo. God, dude. I think I sold one. The last one I sold, I think I sold for $800. And I thought, this is so overpriced at $800. Now it's like a $4,000 card. Absolutely terrible that I sold mine. Should have just held it. The rule is clear. If a Pokemon card is popular, you just don't sell it. If it's a popular card, you hold. That's how it works. Well, guys, it is 5:03 a.m. on this fine Saturday. We had a full 4-hour stream. I had a lot of fun. Now I'm going to go take a break and relax and start enjoying my weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend too. I'll see you guys for the late night Saturday night stream. See you there, guys. Zach says, I sent. Okay, hold on. We got to take care of Zach. Okay. Oh, there it is. Box of Interspecies. All right. Let's get it. The new set. Interspecies Reviewer. Thanks for opening this, Mr. Zach. I'd hate for you to have to wait 24 hours to see this get open. So let's get this open for you. All right. 103 likes. Yeah, so those 103 likes were possible because of the vertical stream. I'm sure of it. And so you guys are seeing the numbers. I post the numbers in Discord for the views as well. So like, once again, if you look at a horizontal stream, our views will be a paltry like 500. But in vertical mode, it'll be like 1,500 or 2,000. Like really, really shocking, huge numbers. And this is why you see me doing this more often, because it feels good to get a broader audience, meet new people, hit that subscribe number, you know. We want to hit 100,000 subscribers sooner than later. So it feels good when you get, you know, a stream done and you picked up 10 subscribers and you know you're getting subscribes from the shorts on top of that. That's a good feeling. All right, here goes. What do we got? 1, 2. Oh my God. So in this set, if you pull like a common card and it's sexy, you just get to keep it, okay? So you keep all the sexy cards. Here is the Slime Girl. This is Interspecies Reviewer. It's $5 a pack, and it's just a lot of fun. We are. Maybe give you a reason to go watch it. I've never watched it. You think Karis would watch this with me? We are. She'd probably love it. Karis likes that kind of stuff. Here's the cow. She enjoys all of the same things any anime enjoyer likes. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Very nice. Here's... I don't know. Is that sexy? I don't know. Okay, here's a cat girl. The bear girl. That's why I haven't shipped. If you have it, I can't sell it. Ooh, what? Okay, what do we have? We have this girl. This girl who's making a kind of facey face. All right, what do we got here? We got the furry character. This character is just like naked. That's it. That's the whole trick to it. She's just naked. So you can see Zach is actually keeping most of the cards in the pack. That's how this works. Like that one. Look at that. Oh my gosh. In the pack, what do we got here? All right. Later on, have a weekend. Oops. What are you guys going to be doing for this weekend? I don't have any plans. We're probably just going to play some games and relax. Maybe watch some television. Relaxing is really important to us. We don't get a lot of relaxation. Okay. There we go. And there we have it, Mr. Zach. This time, no ciggies. Gooning time to end the stream. All right. This is our new favorite Gooner card set. You're looking for the signatures in this set, which apparently I've heard sell for some decent money. All right. Football watching with the boys. Just hanging out with my buds. Hey, bud. We're hanging out. Hey, honey, I'm going to go hang out with the buds. All right, let's see. Jiu-Jitsu and splitting wood. There it is. We're all done. No more orders in the queue. We're stopping with 114 viewers and 102 likes. I had a great time. I hope you guys will consider smashing that subscribe button because we'll be back on again tomorrow night. And YouTube will alert you when I'm live if you do. All right. Have a nice night, everybody. See you later.